everyone. I'm Raquel, and we have Deranged Lunatic, and we're just watching a movie trailer for Bullet Train, and I thought it would look somewhat pretty funny.
Yeah,
Hello, Sanity. Welcome. I am not a night owl. I'm a stalker. Nah, night owl. All night owls are welcome here. But yeah, me and Dale watched the Bullet Train trailer starring Brad Pitt, and that kind of looks kind of funny. What do you think, DL?
I didn't hate it. What I saw of it,
Mm-hmm.
you know, more. I definitely liked it better than that one for Bros, or was it? What was that? What it was called, Bro or Bros?
It
You
said
know,
bros.
yeah, forget it.
Yeah, no, not interested.
Not even a little bit.
No, no. But I'm looking up, uh, uh, coming soon movies that are coming up next month, November and December. And I'm trying to look it up here. Let's see here. September, Pinocchio, The Woman King. Don't know what that's about.
Oh, I've
Uh,
heard bad things about that one.
then we have a movie called Blonde. Um, Blonde. I guess it's like a fictionalized look at the private life of Marilyn Monroe.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Which
Then,
she wasn't a blonde, if I remember right, in real life. Or was
no,
it?
she wasn't actually an actual blonde, from my recollection.
Yeah.
And then you got Hocus Pocus 2. I'm not really sure about that one
Uh,
because the original Hocus Pocus, uh, it was, yeah, it was like the early 90s, like 1993. And I looked at the trailer for Hocus Pocus 2, and it just didn't have the same nostalgia or the same spark to it as the original film. So I am going to give it a chance, but again, I don't really. Let's just say I don't have too high hopes for it.
well, I don't know because I've never even seen the first one, so
Oh, you got it. You got to.
I
It's
don't
like
gotta do jack shit. Well,
it,
always some people are like, "You gotta." I'm like, no, I don't. I don't gotta do nothing.
it's one of my favorite Halloween movies. The Sanders sisters are coming back this Halloween. Are you ready?
Mm,
I don't know if I'm ready, but I'll give it a chance.
huh, I don't know.
And let's see. Next October, we have Halloween Ends with Jason. Uh, not really interested in that, to be
Hmm.
quite honest. And then you got Black Adam next month. Yeah, uh, starting as Dwayne Johnson. Not really sure how that's gonna go.
Well, it might be okay because he's been wanting to play that character for a long time. You know.
Mm. Well, good for him.
Well, yeah.
And then let's see. In November, you have Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Um, I guess in the movie you don't. This is not going to center, T'Challa. I think it's going to focus more on his sister as the Black Panther. if I'm right about that. I might be mistaken about that.
Well, the actor that played him died in real life, so
Yeah.
there
Sadly, yeah.
it's it's a money grab. It's all it's doing. Yeah, that's what the only thing they're gonna do.
And let's see, in December, you have Pinocchio. And I don't mean the Disney Pinocchio, I mean the Guillermo del Toro's version of Pinocchio, which I really looking forward to see. I'm not really
So, how do you say his first name?
how I say his first name,
Yeah,
Guillermo del
that,
Toro.
that's I don't think that's quite right, but okay.
I'm doing the best I can. I know if I butchered the name, I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, that's the like I wasn't really interested with the Disney's Pinocchio because of the propaganda crap in it. So I wasn't
Hmm.
really interested in that.
Yeah.
But this movie of Pinocchio coming this December, I am really interested in. Let's see. Then you got the Whale with Bren Fraser. And well, I, I don't know what to expect from that movie.
The whale. Huh?
Uh huh.
Okay. Is it Shamu?
Don't know. And then you have the sequel to Avatar, Avatar: The Way of Water. When did the original film came out?
Fucking long time ago.
2009. So yeah, it's been a long while.
Was that 13 years ago? 12, 13 years?
Somewhere between there, I guess.
Screw it. I don't care a damn. I didn't like the first one. It was full of propaganda.
The first one's okay. You got the second film coming out in December.
Well, they can suck my big fat toe. You thought I was going to say something else, didn't you?
Uh let's see. Glass Onion, a Knives Out of mystery starting with Daniel Craig.
I don't.
I don't know
It's
what's that. I do not
Knives
know.
Out. It's the movie that had Knives Out. And it's like a sequel to it type thing.
Don't know what's that about. And then you
I
got
I don't care.
Babylon. Babylon starring Brad Pitt, uh, Margaret Robbie, and Olivia Wilde. Don't
Don't
know
care.
what that's about either. Um, that's about it, really, for the upcoming movies.
As far as
I'm
I'm concerned, they all suck.
let's see,
Sounds
you're
like it.
pretty much done with reading superhero movies with this propaganda bullshit. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
Did you see the Ryan Reynolds YouTube ad for Deadpool? No, I have did not.
it's supposed to have Wolverine in it, from my understanding.
Really?
Yeah, that. Can you play the ad, or is that
If it's
against the
on,
rules?
it's like you know how YouTube is, DL. You're like, I can't really show clips on here.
Well, YouTube sucks
Sadly,
dick.
sadly, I can't do that. But I will definitely look it up and see.
That's stupid. Where it's already on YouTube.
Well, YouTube doesn't really exactly follow their own rules.
YouTube is a bunch of cocksuckers. There, that's what I say. Sorry, but that's how I feel. They'll let some people slide on the rules, and some people they go after them, which is bullshit. That's what you call prejudice. So there.
Alrighty. I have the clip. It broke the internet.
Okay.
Coming soon. Is that it then? Okay. We don't really. Well, we kind of see Hugh Jackman, but I get if he's coming back as Wolverine one more time. Yeah, I'm like I can understand why people are pretty excited for that.
Mm.
It broke the internet.
Oh yeah, probably. Or Hugh Jackman, or as Raquel says, huge jacked man.
Yeah, I know. I pronounced the name wrong. It's not huge. It's Hugh.
Yep, he's a huge jacked man. Yeah. Him and his porcupine.
Let's see if there was any movies coming out. Where are the movies coming out next year? Okay, next year on January you got Scream. Don't really care about it. Jackass Forever. In next February, somewhat interested. Uh, then you have Uncharted. Okay. Um, I I am really familiar with the Uncharted video game franchise. I can tell you this much: Mark Wahlberg is too young as Sully, and Tom Holland is too young for. I mean, as Nathan Drake. I don't
Are
really
they
think.
coming out with another movie?
No, this is Uncharted. This is coming out next year in February.
They already
Uh,
had that come out.
really? Because it says right here on Rotten Tomatoes is coming out in February next year.
No,
Huh?
it's already been out.
Huh? Maybe you got their website wrong. Hmm. That's interesting. All right. How we do this way? Duh, 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 duh. Let's see. Let's... Ah, you gotta be kidding me. There's some other Magic Mike movie coming out next year.
Oh,
Skip
called what?
Magic Mike.
Or you said the magical Mike.
Not interested. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. You got Dungeons and Dragons movie. I seen that trailer in the movie theaters, and I don't, I can't, I don't know my thoughts about it. But from what I'm hearing, the Dungeons and Dragons fans are not liking it.
Can't prove it by me.
We got Shazam, Fury of the Gods, John Wick Chapter 4.
I like John Wick movies.
Got Scream 6. Not interested. Oh, then you got a Super Mario film coming out next year.
Yay.
Let's see. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Okay, that might be good. Depends.
Fast X. The Fast and Furious franchise. Got The Little Mermaid. Another propaganda bullcrap movie. You got Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Got Elemental. The Flash. Indiana Jones. Oh, you got that Barbie movie.
I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world.
And Margaret Robbie as Barbie, and then you got Ryan Gosling as Ken.
Ken.
Uh-huh. And looking at these pics, I'm like, I don't know.
Why did they always have Ken and Barbie like boyfriend and girlfriend? In real life, the lady
I
named them after her son and daughter.
I don't know. You got Captain Marvel 2, and you got
Captain
Teen-
Flatass, you mean?
you got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. That sounds nice. Disney's doing another Haunted Mansion movie.
Really?
Uh-huh.
It's been how many years on that one too?
I don't know. I'm not really interested in that. Blue Beetle, The Equalizer 3.
A lot of these movies, the last movie was out a long time ago, like that Haunted Mansion one, and then the Equalizer, the second one that came out how many years ago? I don't
I
know.
have to
But
look it up. All
yeah,
these other movie companies need to take a hint when it comes to advertising a movie. They did this right, and they don't beat fans over the head with garbage. Gotta run. Back later. Okay, thanks for coming, Sandy. Welcome. Hey, Boosh. How are you?
Bruce.
Oh, I forgot to send the link out. Oopsies. My bad. Oopsie.
I like tormenting you. Have you ever noticed?
All right, I put it out there.
She's just putting it out there, people.
Yeah, but those are the movies I said that are coming out next year.
Mm, mm. Doo-doo.
Another Haunted Mansion movie. Okay, when that was the original Haunted Mansion movie, came out in 2003 with Eddie Murphy.
2000, and the new one's coming out
Next
in
year,
two. Yeah, so 20 years later.
it's supposed to come out August of next year.
Well, that would be 2023.
Mm-hmm.
So 20 years later.
Yeah, long time.
Oh shit. Hell,
And then you got another teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. Um, let's see. It might be the sequel to. Let's see here. I can't remember the title of it, but it's. Let's see here. TMT. Yeah, it might be a sequel to TMT Out of the Shadows, it looks like. And that came out in 2016. Cool. That comes out next August as well. Let's see, Barbie comes out next July. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Insanity, yes, 2024? No, 2023. And I always love you. Okay.
Raquel loves huge jacked man.
Indiana Jones 5, probably the last of the series, most likely. Oh, the Transformers coming out, Rise of the Beasts, and that's coming out when? Next June? Args in the Galaxy, Volume 3, next May. Shazam! Fury of the Gods, next March. Magic Mike Last Dance coming out next February. I am not interested in that.
That's funny.
But Turtles movie is a reboot written by Seth Rogen and is animated, which doesn't make a lot of sense. You can't improve on the 2012 animated series. Yeah,
They try.
you need to sing it like Whitney. I don't have a singing voice like that. Hey, more kitty.
Meow,
Yeah.
meow, meow.
Indiana Jones: The Last Crusade. Last. They literally ride off into the sunset at the end. Well, Indiana Jones 5 is coming out next year. And I think that's going to be the last of the Indiana Jones series.
Next Indiana Jones movie, if they do another one, it'll be Indiana Jones and the search for a good nursing home.
Well, if they do the Indiana Jones movie, it's most likely going to be like animated. Because, Harrison Ford, he's getting up there in age.
No kidding. He can't pop his whip like he used to. That's for damn sure.
Seth Rogen is involved. Pass. No, I'm not mad at you. I'm like been planning stuff for my channel and stuff like that. I have some ideas that I want to, uh get settled and take off. So no, I'm not mad at you at all.
No. Trying to get the anime stuff going.
Yeah, I have future plans coming soon that I want to do on this channel, just rather than hangouts here. Like, yesterday I did my first topic stream ever on this channel, and then it was about my love about anime. And there's like stuff that I'm planning on that are still in the works and stuff like that. But you know, yeah. So keep an eye out for that.
Yeah. And I think you did it okay because you were
Mm-hmm.
talking about yourself and how you got into it and everything. That's the best way to do it.
Mm-hmm. Ford said they're tiring Indy when he's done. Chris Pratt said he wouldn't do the role after Ford said that. LOL. Yeah, like I said, if they decide to do another Indiana Jones film, it's most likely going to be animated because, you know, as I said before, Harrison Ford is getting up there in age. He can't be. He can't. He is not physical as he used to be. You know what I mean?
No.
Her
Let's get physical, physical.
physical. No, how many Jones movies are there? The
Oh, four,
let's
I
see.
think.
All right, we got Raiders of the Lost Ark. That was from 1981,
Well,
and then you got Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. That was
mm-hmm,
1984.
mm-hmm.
Hey Brian, what's up? Uh,
Brian.
then you got Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. That was 1989. And then you got Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. That was in 2008. And then you have the fifth movie
Yeah,
coming out in
you
next
have
year.
you forgot about young Indiana Jones.
Young Indiana
That
Jones.
was a series, yeah.
Yeah, it was a series. It had
Mm-hmm.
potential, but it didn't gain traction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Maura. I've been busy, like figuring out stuff. What I want to do further in this channel and stuff like that. I've been preoccupied what I want to do on this channel lately. They will
No.
kill him in this film, and the Fleabag will take over the mantle of Indiana Jones. Well, I don't know. I guess we'll have to see when the movie comes out next year.
You know what they should do if they're doing animation of Indiana Jones? They should do my idea since Disney owns Lucasfilms and Marvel Comics. They should do a crossover
Mm-hmm.
where Indiana Jones meets Captain America. They would be at the same time, and there you go.
Mm.
I'd watch that movie.
I mean, they have such an opportunity here with the IP they own. They don't choose to cross over. Like
But
you could easily
yeah.
cross over Marvel and Star Wars. You could easily cross over Indiana Jones and Marvel.
Well, see,
Actually,
Brian,
easy.
that would
Yeah.
take somebody with a creative mind to come up with
It's
that.
not that hard to do.
I know that, but tell them that.
I mean, their stocks would go way up. That's all they need to know. And there you go. Done deal.
A
Mm-hmm.
creative mind and a little imagination. That's what they
I
need.
mean, they just need to get away from the what's it called, EGC scores or whatever it's called, ESG scores. I mean, because that's what's making people mad, and they're
Uh-huh.
wondering why they're not making any money. It's like, well, people don't like to be told that they should be ashamed of themselves for being born.
Yeah.
Where did we hear that before?
Mm,
But I digress.
Mew.
yes.
You should probably give her the link.
It's in the Discord, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And the Gilded.
Yep. Yeah, me and Dio just watched the trailer for Bullet Train, and it looks pretty funny.
Oh, Bullet Train was fantastic. It was
It
a
looks
fantastic
funny.
film. It was great. Did Have you ever seen Deadpool?
No, I'm behind on my Marvel movies, Brian. I haven't even started to watch Guardians of the Galaxy yet.
Well, I'm saying Deadpool, both of them have kind of a, a humor, an action humor that's
Mm-hmm.
very graphic, and Bullet Train follows that same type of pattern.
It
So
breaks
Hmm.
the fourth
if
wall.
you
Yeah.
yeah, well, not so much breaking the fourth wall, but just the humor about it. And if you were a fan of Deadpool, you would definitely like Bullet Train, and it's really a fantastic movie.
I definitely have to check it out. I mean, you can buy it on Amazon if you know, if I wanted to.
I mean,
What,
I saw
20,
it in theaters.
$20?
I don't know. I just saw they have to buy it on Amazon if you choose to watch it.
You could rent
Mm,
it. You could probably rent it too, though.
Mm.
Yeah, you could do
Hi,
renting on
Optic Racer.
Amazon.
Hello, Slasher. How you
What's
guys
up,
doing?
Slasher?
What's going on? We're just talking about movies.
Waiting for the impending hurricane,
Oh yeah.
which
That's
is
supposed to.
heading straight for me.
Oh no.
uh,
But it's okay. I'm ready.
That's supposed to hit to later tomorrow morning, I guess.
No, no, actually, it's supposed
Mm.
to be early Wednesday. I mean, early Thursday. So more like tomorrow night. But
Okay.
yeah, the eye is what's gonna hit. They base it on the eye, but we'll be feeling it all day with the theater bands and everything else.
mm,
So it's just gonna intensify as the day goes on.
no,
That's how
yeah.
Mm.
hurricanes work. Now, what people don't understand when it comes to hurricanes, the number one cause of death is what happens, um, not a direct cause of the storm, but people being stupid. Pretty
Mm-hmm.
much, people decide they have a gas power generator. Okay, great. When you have a gas power generator, don't crank it up inside your own house.
No.
You get carbon monoxide poisoning. And don't backfeed the generator power into your power. You'll get electrocuted and catch your house on fire. And those
That
are the
really
two main causes of death when it comes to hurricanes.
that would be bad. Don't do that.
Uh, don't do that. I mean, you live in a low-lying area, get to high ground. You live on the coastline, evacuate.
You
It's
know,
that simple. I
uh,
mean, it's just very simple rules to avoid getting leveled by a hurricane.
yeah. Look what
Yes,
happened
I
when
am in Florida.
Obi-Wan had the high ground.
Yeah. Yes, I am in Florida, Optic Racer.
You ordered to evacuate? Were you,
No,
Brian?
no, I'm not ordered to evacuate because I live enough inland to not have to deal with that. It's
The
only when you
entire
live on the
state.
coast. Yeah, yeah, the state of emergency.
Right.
Because here's the thing, when you have when you look at those projection tracks, you have what's called a cone. And the track of the eye would more or less be somewhere inside that cone. And people always say go for the middle, but it could go east or west of that cone. Now, the state of emergency, it does affect. I mean, this storm right here is going to affect the whole state because it's projected to come in from the southwest of the state and go right up the middle, which is exactly what Hurricane Charlie did. Um, Back in '04, I was there. I was in the eye. I was in Orlando at the time. And this looks like it's not that different.
Hmm.
However, what was I going to say? The the state of emergency is based upon it's really too windy of conditions to go out and about driving or go out and about walking out and so there's parts of the state that are not going to be affected by it at all. They're not even going to get feeder bans. However, the state of emergency, what it means is all tolls are suspended.
Hmm.
That's really what it means. That's about as, and there are certain curfews in effect, but it's not that bad. But you know, it's one of those things where you're dealing with a storm of magnitude, and if you're dumb enough to go out in it, and then no, people don't. They don't really enforce curfews with storm curfews. They really don't. Maybe leading up to when the storm's going to make landfall, they might, but for the most part, during the storm, they ain't coming out. They're not answering that 911 call
Mm-mm.
to come out and
Mm,
arrest you.
nah.
I mean,
They got
basically, they're saying is you're on your own. It's like no lifeguard on duty, swim at your own risk.
I wouldn't. So anyway, if there were sharks in the water,
hmm What about sharks in the water?
I just get creeped out about it. Like I'm
What?
swimming and
Wait.
there's like sharks in the water. No, no.
Okay, sharks in the water. What?
I wouldn't.
They're not gonna. They're not gonna. They're if you're if there is a storm, sir. I mean, if you're gonna get flooded, there's not gonna be sharks swimming on what would normally be land into your house. Those
No,
sharks, to be honest with you, are long gone into waters that aren't churning.
no. I mean, just in general, I wouldn't swim where sharks are in the water.
Well, I mean, you got to know when the key to swimming in the ocean, especially swimming, like you going to the beach, you're going in the water, so going swimming. The key is do not go swimming uh, when around near sunset, and don't go swimming near sunrise. Sharks are more or less nocturnal, and basically that's breakfast and supper about that time. I mean, they're always going to be swimming, but that's when they come up to shore is closer to around nightfall. They come to shore around sunrise, sunset because that's that's when all the shallow fish they get close to the shoreline. Um, you know, because it gets dark in the deep. It gets very dark in the deep.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're a shark, you're going to go where the food is. And so most shark attacks will happen um, either kind of in a little bit more in the open water. They'll happen a little bit offshore, but they would only happen closer to the shoreline when it gets darker and in murky water because they can't see in murky water. That's where a lot of shark attacks happen. So if you're going, so the clearer the water, the better, the safer you are. Um, and also, if there's a big crowd of people, they're not going to attack a big crowd of people. So
Mm-hmm.
that's just the truth of the matter. So it's understanding the behavior of sharks, and once you understand the behavior of sharks, you are less likely to get attacked. And they shark attacks don't happen that often, not as often as what Discovery Channel or media would have you believe. What does happen quite a bit, and what's more prevalent, you are more likely, if you're in Florida, you are more likely to get attacked by alligators than you are sharks. And
Hmm.
that's the truth.
Yeah.
so there, Raquel.
But then when you see a sign that says do not feed do not feed the alligators or warning alligators, don't go near that water no matter how pretty it is. Just don't.
No.
Don't.
Like, surprise, I'm gonna
I mean,
attack you.
it's normally I mean, the tourists the tourists
Right.
are the ones that get killed by
Well, there's
alligators
these
all the
usually
time.
signs like, don't go in the water, alligators, don't feed the alligators. There's like signs
It's
like
normally a
telling
small
you.
child that does that, especially the one time it happened out there in the Disney property in the hotels out there in Buena Vista. And ever since then, they put up signs, don't go near the water, don't go in the water, blah 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 blah. But you see, it's one of those things that every Floridian knows this, but the tourists and the newly uh, the people that freshly moved here, they don't quite know that yet.
Mm.
And it's just simple, that you just basically, you know how they say you assume every gun is loaded. In
Mm-hmm.
Florida,
Mhm.
when it comes to freshwater bodies of water, you assume there's a gator in every pond, lake, river, canal. You have to keep that in mind, especially freshwater estuaries. It's just the truth of the matter.
Mhm.
So much so when we were living in Tennessee for a little bit of time, and we were crossing the river that was dammed, like a dammed river.
Damn that river.
and and my wife said, "Oh, there's a lot of alligators in there." I said, "Honey, we're in Tennessee. They're not. There's no alligators in there."
No, I don't
So,
think they're.
but you see, she was so used to being in
Well,
Florida her
yeah.
whole life, and it's just one of those cautionary things. You just kind of,
Better safe than sorry.
yeah, better safe than
Yeah,
sorry. I mean, if I really wanted to freak you out, I'd tell you about bull sharks.
those can be aggressive.
Yeah, and they swim in both fresh and salt water and brackish water.
There you go,
They're
Raquel.
they're
Mhm.
only, they're like one of only two sharks that can do that. The other shark, the other
Mm.
shark that could do it is called a salmon shark. Now, a salmon shark is not. It is nowhere near Florida. It is actually in the Northwest, and it is practically harmless to humans, but it is an annoyance to fishermen. And they look like they're pretty much the size. They're pretty much they look like a great white, about as big as a cat, and they'll do a breach and catch salmon like that. They, yeah, it's. I mean, just look it up, salmon shark. And I didn't know about it till like last 5, 6 years or last 10 years. Like, oh wow,
Mm.
salmon shark, huh?
Salmon.
Interesting. But
There's
no,
some.
bull sharks account for more unreported deaths than any other shark. They have a higher body count than great whites.
Well, they had that. What was it in New York? What, about 100 years ago? They had the shark going up the canals and stuff and
Yeah,
attacking
yeah,
people.
that was a
Yeah,
bull shark. They thought
yeah.
it was a great white because this back then they didn't really know that much about
Mm-hmm.
marine biology as they do now, or even
Yeah.
as
Right.
they did 50 years ago. And then there was also a shark attack or two, out there in Coney Island, and they
Uh,
assumed it was the same shark. And if it was a bull shark, but it might have been a great white on the one in Coney Island, but it certainly was a bull shark in the river, in the canal.
and it was in a
Mhm.
van by the river.
Yep.
In the van by the river.
And that was the inspiration for the movie Jaws.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
I think I've seen probably. I don't know how many Jaws films there are, but I think I've seen
Four.
Too
3 so
many.
far.
It's four Jaws movies.
Okay, so I haven't seen the fourth one.
The fourth one is called Jaws: The Revenge.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, which one was the 3D one? Was that the third
that was
one?
three. That was three.
Ugh.
That was the one where it was where it was at SeaWorld.
SeaWorld.
Yeah.
There were
Or like
sharks coming up here in New York this past summer.
Huh.
Hmm.
yeah.
Damn sharks.
Well, I mean, especially the great whites, because it's that they got to get in that northern water to get a little bit cooler. Believe it or not, there were a couple of great whites off the coast of Florida, not much. Um,
So Raquel, you want to go
Eee.
swimming?
No.
as long as you're educated about the sharks, and 9 times, look, you have a higher chance of winning the lottery than getting bit by a shark, getting attacked by a shark.
I do know,
Even as a frequent person that frequents um, go into the water stuff. Yeah, you'll have a higher chance of winning the lotto than being attacked by a shark.
I have family in California, and at the beaches they can't swim because of the sharks.
Well, that's California.
Right.
Don't go there.
You don't want to go California anyway.
But no, California, the sharks, the sharks, yeah, they do have a lot of great whites off the coast of California. Now, any place where I have to wear a wetsuit to go swimming, I don't tend to want to go there. you know, it's a little
Mm-hmm.
bit too cold for me. And great whites, they prefer cold water. Now, however, what I'm more scared of than a great white shark is an orca, is a killer whale. And they're out that way sometimes, and they if and they eat the same food, but a killer whale, get this. Oh, what's up, Sapphire Elf?
Hey, Sapphire Elf. Oh, yeah, Hoffcast is live streaming at the moment. Yeah.
Oh, is he still live streaming?
I'm appearing. It appears so from what Sapphire Elf is telling.
Yeah, yeah. So an orca from time to time would kill a great white shark, not to eat it, but when sharks die like that, they release a pheromone, and other sharks sense that pheromone, and they won't go near that spot. So if there's a lot of seal, and an orca's on the hunt, and they notice great whites in the area, it'll kill the great white because it could do things that a great white can't. A great white cannot turn upside down. When a shark turns upside down, it goes catatonic. It can't move. It's almost like sleep paralysis. And it could kill them that way. And releases the pheromone. The great whites don't come, and then the killer whale has an all you can eat buffet.
Hmm. Mostly, like, killer whales eat seals.
Yeah, seals and fish and sea lions.
Mm-hmm.
And they're vindictive. They're intelligent and vindictive. Don't mess with them. They're dangerous. They are not your friend. Shamu is not your friend.
Oh, so you mean a Free Willy movie's all fake and stuff?
Totally. No, that's not your friend. Kill Willie.
Aww. Aww. Not
No, I'm
really.
nuke the whales. I'm joking. No, but no.
No. No.
No. Uh, I just remember a Simpsons episode, and the bully had a poster that said "Nuke the whales." Like nuke the whales. Well, you got to believe in something. But no,
Mm-hmm.
the killer whales, all this killer whale preservation, whatever. It's like on one hand, it's like I get it. You don't want to cage any animal in captivity for your amusement, but um, yeah,
Orca was a
orca.
cool. I haven't seen it.
Oh yeah, that was a that was a film and a half. Um, but yeah, that's a killer whale for you.
Killer whale, orca.
It's the same animal. Some say they're
Yeah,
different, but they're the same. I think it's a split personality. I think it's when they're when they want
possibly. Yeah.
when they want to be nice to you, they're a killer whale. When they're mean, they're an orca. But they're the same animal. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they might be a little bit different species, just like the difference between a dugong and um, what's that other manatee, or the difference between an Asian elephant and an African elephant, or the difference between um, a bottlenose dolphin and a porpoise.
I could say the same thing with tigers.
Well, I guess so. Yeah. I mean, they're from the same species. I don't know if they interbreed or not. I would assume they do,
Hmm.
but I couldn't tell you. I mean, I'm not a marine biologist, although I'm starting to sound like one.
Yeah, yeah, I honestly couldn't tell you.
I was going to start calling you Jacques Cousteau.
You see underwater, the
so,
ocean live.
so there's
Mm.
any movies you're looking forward to, Brian?
Any what now?
Any movies that you're looking forward to?
I don't know. What's coming up? What's the coming attractions?
Let's see. I know coming up in October you got Halloween Ends.
Nah, I'm not a big horror
Nah, I
movie
ain't
guy, and
either.
I'm not
So
I'm not a big Halloween guy either. Although
yeah.
although I did see the first two films, and I
Hmm.
was intrigued by them. I'll be honest with you. Um, but I think they should have left it at that, and they stopped should have making sequels.
Oh, yeah.
They should have stopped making sequels after those first two movies because it was a two-parter. Halloween 1 and 2 was practically the same movie. It's just there's part 1, part 2. Um, and then I know Halloween 3 was something completely different. They were trying to go in like a completely different direction, much like American Horror Story, where you have different sets and stuff, but that season of the Witch movie didn't take, and he's like, okay, well, let's go back to Michael Myers.
Well, see, if they had just done a season of The Witch instead of calling it Halloween, it might have done okay.
It might have done okay.
Because
I mean,
actually, it
that's the
was
thing.
not a bad movie
I mean, I
in
didn't see the
itself.
movie, but
And
I mean, when I looked at the bus, like, there's not Michael Myers in this. I don't want to watch this. But I think it's been done to death. And then I know Rob Zombie made a remake of the first Halloween. I didn't see that. It's like, hold on, why you have to make a remake of it? I mean, you could build upon the series, but but I agree with you, Deranged. They should have just called it Season of the Witch and not put the Halloween label on it. And that's what bothers me when you put a label on
yeah,
something. You expect something. You expect a star attraction to the franchise, and then they have nothing to do with it.
well, they were going to do like you were saying, um, American Horror Story, each season, American Horror Story Coven, American Horror Story, whatever. Well, they were
Hmm.
going to do that with the Halloween movies
It
back
seemed
then.
like it. Yeah.
Yeah, and but nobody wanted, the third movie. They're like, we want Michael Myers,
I mean,
and
when you spend the first two films having a super long story,
hmm
then you expect a certain thing with it. Now, you say like Friday the 13th, you know what it's about. You know
Yes.
100% what it's about. There was no riff in it at all. The only thing was the first movie, the murderer was Jason's mom, but the rest of the franchise, it was Jason. But
Mm-hmm.
I did see the first Friday the 13th movie. It came on TV, and I decided to watch it. But I mean, it would be like saying like, okay, here's another Jaws movie, and it has nothing to do with sharks, and maybe it has stuff to do with barracudas. I
Or Jaw,
mean,
or the guy Jaws from James Bond. You know.
or what about plastic surgery?
Today we're going to work on this jaw over here.
Oh, that would be
Let's
called jows.
Hmm.
Shells.
Jows.
Yes.
Let's see. Then you
Died from
got
smothering of chin fat.
oof.
Died from cellulite suffocation.
Let's see. Then you have Black Adam coming out next month.
I don't think I'll go see that. I'm not gonna see that.
I'm not sure about it either myself.
No, not when I've seen recent comments from The Rock that implies that he actually eats kids.
What? Black Adam eats kids?
No, The Rock eats kids.
No. Gee. Okay.
What's
Nah, but
coming
that's
out?
another topic for another time.
Let's
Mm-hmm.
see. What's coming out in November? Oh yeah, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
How are they gonna do that?
You're gonna focus on Black Panther's sister.
No, that movie's gonna bomb.
Yeah, like
And if you don't go see it, it's going to be
T'Challa's
racist.
It's gonna
T'Challa's
bomb.
sister is gonna take up the mantle of Black Panther.
It's going to bomb. I mean, because that's the thing. It'll have all the hype. It's not gonna do well because it's like, well, it's not the same, and it's gonna
Mm-hmm.
bomb. It would make more sense had the character have a different mantle and call it that. It's going to bomb. But of course, they could probably do what they did with Captain Marvel, which was buy a bunch of their own tickets just to inflate the box
Yeah.
office sales, um,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
or the projection. They didn't do that with any other Marvel movie. They only did that with Captain Marvel. But I mean, this is my complaint. I mean, why is Marvel pulling out the minor leagues? I mean, Spider-Man movie, sure, that's a major league player. What do they have? What they tried to give us Eternals? I never read Eternals.
Mm-hmm.
Why
I
would I
didn't
go
know.
watch a Why would I go watch a movie about characters I I often forget they're in the Marvel universe. They're so forgettable as characters.
Well,
They are beyond C-listers, yet they're
I
technically important.
I didn't know the Eternals were part of the Marvel universe. To be quite
oh
frankly,
yeah,
Yeah, but no one cares about them. No
it's
one.
like
They're
Guardians of the
they're
Galaxy. They were B-listers,
hey
they
and
were
then
Stefan,
B-listers, but they made that good though.
yeah, they if yeah, the first movie was very good, and the second one wasn't bad either.
I mean, because the way it is it just ties so much into Thanos.
Mm-hmm.
Um, with Gamora and oh, what's her name? Whatever.
The
But
two sisters, yeah,
the sisters Nebula.
yeah.
But and they made it funny with Rocket Raccoons. Like, here's a CGI raccoon and a CGI like tree person called Groot.
I
I
am
Um,
Groot.
and Rocket had the best lines in that whole damn movie. I don't. He was so foul mouthed. It was funny.
And then yeah, I forgot to like next month. Hocus Pocus 2 comes out. I'm willing to give it a chance for nostalgia's sake, but
Hold on.
I
The
don't
Hocus,
know.
they looked like they were on their deathbed when they made the first Hocus Pocus. What do you think this one's gonna do?
They're gonna be out using walkers.
I mean, you know,
I
it's
don't know.
I mean, it's not going to do it. And this is the problem I have with making sequels that are like 20 years too late.
That's what we were talking about. They're coming
Yeah,
out with
the
a
first movie
haunted
came out in
mansion.
1993, and then now they're doing a sequel
What other film
years
did they
later.
do that?
Well, the haunted mansion that came out in
2003
2003, and they're coming out with a sequel next
next
year.
year. Yeah.
Golly. I mean, the only one, I mean, you can make the same argument for Rambo, but Rambo already had a sequel back in what, 2010? No, about 2008 or something. And then they did another one a couple years ago. So it's somewhat relevant, but you
Hey,
know,
Jigsaw.
but but the character stayed the character, and it
Yeah.
sells itself. Unlike the Crystal Skull movie, where it could have been really good, and it could have done exactly the same thing with the Crystal Skull and the alien, because that's what the Crystal Skull is. But they could have they they made it so cartoony and campy, beyond cartoony and campy, which Indiana Jones never was that campy. I mean, there was a little bit of joke cracks and a touch of it, but it was always action packed. It seemed so unbelievable. The Crystal Skull didn't convince me that it was a good Indiana Jones movie,
Yeah.
and I think it has to do with with the writers, the directors, and but the but you see, okay, well there you go. Now
Mm-hmm.
Top Gun, they kept it the same almost. I guess there's a formula here. What makes a good sequel?
Some kind of secret, I guess.
But you see, I guess the whole Hocus Pocus thing is that it was essentially, what was it, a kids movie, right? Or supposed to
Yeah.
be
It's
one.
supposed to be.
It's
I
a
guess.
Halloween kids. I should say family-friendly movie. Really.
Well, it
Is
has to do with the occult, so it's not so family friendly, in my opinion. That's where I come from. That's
So
how I
did
roll.
you see Hocus Pocus, Raquel?
No. Oh.
Raquel.
Yeah, it was one of my favorite Halloween movies as a kid. And I looked at the trailer for the sequel, and I just wasn't getting the same nostalgia feeling that I had for the first movie.
What it's meant to do, I believe, is to have those that have seen the movie, the original ones, that have kids and say, "Oh, well, I like this as a kid. Maybe my kids will like it."
Right.
But if it's a really good film, it should transcend time. It should transcend things being dated. Like you watch a film or whatever, it's like, golly, that's really dated. Things making reference to things like pay phones and fax machines and things like that. That's dated. Um, but when they take some of that stuff out or not even reference any of that, barely any, it's not dated. And then it's like, okay, well, here's a new movie, and then the new movie is like, it's meant for a younger audience, but it's supposed to get the older audience to bring the younger audience to the theater.
Mm.
I don't know how well that works this day and age. I think that maybe if the economy was better, it might work fine. But I don't know if it's gonna do well. I think that it. I'm not gonna say it's gonna tank,
But
but I
but
think
we're
it'll do better than Black Panther. Shoot.
yeah. But we're in the strongest economy ever. Haven't you heard that?
It might go to Disney Plus. I'm not really sure if it's going to be in
Oh, it'll wind up on Disney
theaters
Plus,
or
but
not.
I mean that is true. I mean they have had. It's no reason. I mean it's no reason why they can't do it because they've had. You remember, Raquel? I'm sure you do, and maybe you too, deranged. When they had sequels to classics like
Mm-hmm.
Aladdin and a few other
Mm-hmm.
films, and even go into 2, 3, 4, whatever, they would do a straight to video release,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and you just picked it up, you bought it at the store.
And
Now, since
obviously they did well because they kept making them, you
they
know.
did
So,
well, they did well as a video release. They really did. Some films do really well as a direct to video release. Some and they do better than they did in theaters, like you know. But they knew that if they released it in theaters, it would not do well.
mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
We'll take Aladdin for example. Why wouldn't it do well in theaters? Well, Robin Williams is not the genie in Aladdin 2. And then what really boosted sales of Aladdin 3 was saying Robin Williams returns as the genie, and that really boosted sales.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He got paid on that one.
Oh,
To
he
come back.
got paid.
He got paid.
He got
So
paid really well.
also, there's another Disney movie that. So Tim Allen is coming back as Santa Claus um,
Okay.
in
All right.
November.
He's supposed to
Uh,
be looking for a replacement. Why don't his son just take over?
now, what's the story about this?
The Santa
Uh,
Claus?
Yeah.
Scott Calvin,
You
Tim Allen is
okay.
on the brink of his 65th birthday and
Yeah.
realizes he can't be Santa forever. Scott sets out to find a suitable replacement for Santa Claus while preparing his family for a new adventure in the life of the South Pole. So they're trying to find a replacement for Santa Claus. Okay,
I've seen this movie before. You know what it's
Uh-huh.
called? It's called Ernest Saves Christmas.
haven't seen
What's up,
it.
what's up, Bianca? Oh, you're missing out. You gotta
Hey,
see Ernest
Bianca.
Saves Christmas. You
Yeah.
gotta
Okay.
see Ernest Saves Christmas. Because it's the same plot.
I don't believe I ever saw any of the Ernest movies.
Oh, Raquel.
Wow.
You are missing
Wow.
out. You are missing out on some classics.
You are missing out on the genius that is Jim Varney.
I have no idea who that is, to be
That's
honest.
Ernest.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen Beverly Hillbillies, the movie?
Beverly Hillbillies? No.
Oh, he played Jed Clampett in the
Again, I
movie.
don't know who that is.
Oh,
Oh my God!
oh man,
Get off of YouTube.
we failed, Deranged. We failed.
Oh my! You get off of YouTube.
Well, yeah.
Hey, Stefan.
Your next movie assignments, Raquel, are to watch the Ernest movies.
The
Yeah.
Ernest movies?
Yes,
Okay.
Yes.
yes. Starting with Ernest Goes to Camp.
Is that the? I can't remember. Is that the first one?
Yes, that's the
Okay.
first one. What's up,
Okay.
Janet from Another Planet? How you doing?
Janet,
Hello, Janet. How are you doing?
you want to join Janet?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, yeah. He was Slinky Dog.
Yes, he
Jim
was.
Barney
Jim Varney was the voice of Slinky Dog. That's right.
voiced the
He
dog
used to
in the
do
Toy
all those.
Story. Oh, cool.
Hey
Yeah,
Vern
Slinky.
commercials. Hey Vern.
Slinky Dog.
Hiya.
was coming up to the window. Hey, Vern.
Now, if you want to watch a good Halloween movie, watch Ernest Scared Stupid.
Ernest Scared Stupid.
Yeah.
I do not recommend his straight-to-video movies.
Hello, Jedi Bill.
Jedi Bill.
Hello.
What's up,
We're
Jedi Bill?
educating Raquel on the Ernest movies.
I'm not really familiar with them at all.
Wow, you didn't know. Well, I know Ernest is, and I just don't watch Ernest movies. Never did get into him.
I think the best ones is Ernest Goes to Jail.
I always thought they were too slapstick.
Oh, that was the
that was the point of the movies, though.
Yeah.
They're too lowbrow.
I just never did like it. And plus, I was so much older and into other things, you know.
Well, we're gonna get Raquel into watching Ernest movies.
Welcome, Janet from another planet.
Hey, Janet.
Hey, Janet.
Let's see. Then in December you have.
What are you guys talking about?
The Ernest movies.
Yeah.
Raquel has never seen any Ernest movies.
No, I have not. We have an echo.
Echo.
Yeah, echo.
Somebody doesn't have their tab muted.
I turned it down. It was on my phone.
Oh, okay. No big deal.
Raquel has never seen any of the Ernest movies.
Nope.
I don't think I've seen any either.
Oh, so I'm not the only one. Oh, thank God.
I mean, I remember people talking about Ernest, but I just remember him in commercials.
Yeah, the Hey Vern commercials.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And then let's see. In December, you have the. Okay, I hope I'm not butchering this person's name. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. Sorry if I'm butchering the name. I'm sorry. Okay.
Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
Yeah, I wasn't really interested with the live action Disney of Pinocchio because of the propaganda crap in it. But this Pinocchio movie, I'm really interested in checking out. And
Is
then
Hellboy in it?
I don't know.
There will never be another Jonathan Taylor Thomas, I guess.
Yeah.
And then you have the sequel to Avatar.
I haven't seen it yet.
The original Avatar movie?
Sequel?
No, I haven't seen the sequel.
Oh, it has.
Well, it comes out in December.
Oh, it's not out yet? Okay, well, no wonder I haven't seen it. But the first one was good.
Well, it came out in 2009. So it's been a while.
Yeah.
A long while.
Not as long as the sequel to the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, the original Haunted Mansion movie with well, I should say original, but the Haunted Mansion movie with Eddie Murphy came out in 2003, and they're doing, I guess, a reboot of it coming out next year. I'm not sure how that's gonna go, but we'll see.
Well, I'll be honest.
I really didn't really care with the Haunted Mansion movie anyway. Like, I've been to Walt Disney World, and I was with my family, and I wanted to see the oh, hey, Stefan. I wanted to see the what's that I can't like the light show that used to be in Walt Disney World. It was like a parade light show.
Oh, the what are they called? The light parade.
Yeah, I wanted to see that. And my folks and my parents wanted to, my folks and my siblings wanted to go to the Haunted Mansion. I'm like, I don't want to go. I don't
the,
really
the
like that
Haunted
stuff.
Mansion was fun
Oh,
when I got to
Raquel.
go.
No, I didn't really want to go.
It
I
was
really
pretty.
wanted to see the light parade, and then go to the freaking haunted mansion ride.
The Haunted Mansion's cool as hell.
And
Yeah,
yeah,
you get to see ghosts in the mirror sitting next to you,
nope.
and
Oh, Raquel,
the
it ain't
dancing
freaking real.
is beautiful.
Yeah, so I'm like, so we're in the haunted mansion in the freaking elevator room, and I'm like, the guard or the whatever person at the door is like, anyone, last chance for do at the door. I was about to lunge forward just to escape the ride, but my dad held me back.
Good for him.
And like the guy and the guy
Yeah, because you would have. Yeah.
because the
You know how many people died doing that?
then the guard is like, too late. I'm like, fudge.
Oh, I bet you didn't say fudge.
No, not in my mind. I didn't. And then you see the portrait of this dude getting older and older to the point it's almost skeleton. I'm like, no, I'm done. I'm not gonna close my ride for the rest of the ride.
That's Dorian Gray. It wasn't that, but I barely remember the haunted mansion. I know I went on it.
It's not very big. It's a very small, short ride.
Yeah.
I mean,
I thought it was very beautiful. I mean,
the
thing
that stood out the most to me that I remember was like the creepy lady at like the ticket booth. Was I thinking of a different ride? Am I right?
Yeah,
standing in line and there's
it's been like over 30
headstones,
years.
Right? Is that the same ride or not?
Might be. I don't know.
How about the crystal ball with the ghost in it talking to you?
Yeah, maybe that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's also the moment in the ride where you look at a mirror and there's a ghost right next to you in the car.
Sitting with
That's at the end.
Mm-hmm. And then you look down over the balcony and you see the ballroom dancers dancing.
Oh, that is cool.
I didn't see any of that because I had my eye. I didn't see any of that because I had my eye closed the whole time.
Well, it's all like a haunted house. So in New Orleans, we have huge theatrical haunted houses, with cars in them, like wrecked cars and giant, headstones, mausoleum-size headstones and stuff. And it's, expensive, but it's worth it if you want to get the shit scared out of you.
Raquel is not into shit scaring.
No, I really am not. I was paranoid. Hey, nobody. I was like paranoid that night when I went to bed. And, me and my folks and my siblings, we went, for breakfast that morning. I was so tempted to put freaking sugar in my dad's coffee. Like, how dare you?
Okay.
How dare you?
How dare you put sugar in your dad's coffee?
How dare you make me go to the haunted bride mansion? I'm like, do I really want to do this or incur the wrath of my dad?
Well, at least you didn't put salt.
I'll tell you what gave me like freakish nightmares as a kid was the movie Twister.
Yeah.
Really?
No, that really didn't.
Why?
Why
did that give you nightmares?
I'd have recurring dreams about tornadoes all the time.
Well, I live in Tornado Alley. It's no big deal.
I mean, I don't now, but when I was a kid, it did. It bothered me.
Well, Jaws is what scared me. That was the scariest movie I've ever seen.
What movie?
I can't swim the way I used to when I was younger.
Jaws?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
once you swim out to the sandbar, because you could swim out there and you stand up out there, but you have to swim over a big black hole basically to get back to the beach.
Talking about like a reef.
And what's down there?
Who knows?
Where were you at?
In Florida.
Oh, were you around Jensen Beach? Because that sounds like Bathtub Beach is what you're describing.
Well, I mean, I've been to Hawaii, and the same thing is in Hawaii and North Carolina. You got the same sandbars. So, but the thing is, you don't know
Hey,
what's in
Mara.
the darkness down there.
Yeah, I mean that's
Yeah.
why we were talking about that earlier. That's why you don't go swimming around dusk. You don't go
Yeah,
swimming
but you
when the
don't go
water's
swimming where
murky.
people are fishing either.
Yeah, you only
And
want to
I
go.
see people fishing from the beach all the time, so that's ruined it for me. I just can't do
It
it.
depends. It's the time of day. Like in the afternoon, it's fine. But at the sunrise and sunset, you don't want to go swimming at all. Period. End of story.
Mm.
So the opening of Jaws is actually historically accurate.
Uh-huh.
Mm. Well, I
Yeah,
can
it's
tell you
based
which
on a
movie
true
that freaked
story.
me out as a kid.
All
The
of them.
Terminator.
Oh, you God dang.
Really?
Yeah,
Why is
like
that?
the Terminator reaching out for that radio while the Terminator is slowly being crushed by this machine. That
Oh,
freaked me out.
Well, they had to get rid of them.
Yeah,
You know they had to.
or kill.
but just seeing the Terminator's skull, this Terminator's head with the red eyes being slowly crushed while he's reaching out for the
Or
lady
kill.
freaked me out. It like hell to the no.
Or kill. There's a word for you. It's called puss.
No. To be fair, I mean, its skeleton was like, really strong.
Now, when it came out of the
Something
fire,
that's-
when
something
it, now
like
that
that
was
be
kind of
crushed,
creepy. Now
It's
that
still a
part was-
humanoid shape. So
Yeah.
when we see that, a part of our mind pictures what it'd be like to see it actually happen to a person, and that's creepy. So I
Yeah.
can see where she's coming from on that. Like, ugh.
We've
Yeah.
all had
Especially
this
if you're a kid.
discussion before.
Yeah, we have.
And I think Laura said,
Moira, your
told her, you know
avatar's
what? You can
not
close
working
your
on
eyes at
YouTube.
that part.
Oh, it's
Raquel.
not.
What?
Oh yeah,
No, it's a white dot.
Well, neither
Terrain's
is
lunatics
That
DL,
happens.
and
You gotta
Moira's avatars
switch it
are.
and switch it back.
and neither are you,
Usually.
Jedi Bill.
What about
What?
him?
My avatar's movie, I see it.
Well, I'm
No,
saying,
on
when you look
YouTube.
on YouTube, I don't.
Oh,
Yeah.
weird.
It's a broken
Yeah.
JPEG for Deranged, you, and Jedi Bill.
Well, if everybody can
Oh,
hear
well.
me, I suppose it doesn't matter
yeah.
I
too
guess
much.
You're
that's all
there.
that matters. I don't care.
Let's see.
Oh,
Nobody
I
says
got my
Jaws
camera on,
was.
so yeah.
Jaws
That
was
was
based on a
wild. I did not
series
know that.
of shark attacks in the 1920s.
Yeah, we were talking about
Look
that
it up.
earlier. Yeah.
That's wild.
30s.
1920s and 30s.
All East Coast.
See, I knew I didn't
Mhm.
like the East Coast, but that just makes it worse.
Sharks are in every inch of the ocean.
I'm in Oklahoma. I am landlocked as fuck.
Then all you have to worry about is the
Anyway.
land shark. Land
This is not Saturday Night Live.
Candygram.
But cute. Don't worry, ma'am.
I
I'm just a
forgot
dolphin.
about that. I
He
forgot
was like,
about
I'm just a
that.
dolphin, ma'am.
It's hysterical. That's probably for the Chicago comedian guys came up with that one. It's like, oh, we're totally safe. It's just lakes around here. And it's like, no,
We do
you
have
have to be
water,
aware of the
water
land
moccasins
shark.
in the lake, so we do have to be careful about some things.
Or alligators
Not in Oklahoma, not unless someone
Oh,
had
well.
one as a pet and released it into a lake.
in
Then
the
it's
bayou.
possible.
You definitely have alligators.
Some people are asshole enough to do it. I think it may have actually happened at some point.
What, alligator attacks?
Oh, well, not an alligator attack, but I think an alligator was caught near one of our lakes or rivers because I'm assuming someone had it as a pet and threw it into the water.
Yeah, that happens a lot. You used to be able to
This is
order
actually recent.
baby alligators through the mail. And when they got so big and they couldn't fit in the bathtubs anymore, people would just take them and let them loose in the lake.
Yep.
Which,
Really
you know,
through the mail?
and
thought-
yeah, you used to be able to do that through the mail.
I don't. I thought you can't.
Yeah,
do
well,
that
used
with
to.
animals
There's a
in
lot
the
of
mail.
things you used
Oh.
to be. There's a lot of things you used to be able to do, but can't do anymore.
Right.
Mm,
Well, people still do it. It's just illegal.
Right.
But
Right.
that's the sad thing. Same thing with people who do the same thing with their ball pythons and stuff, and they just take them out and let them go, and then they eat everything. You know, that's why the Everglades are overrun with
Yep.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
pythons, and they're not from there, so they're just taking over and killing all the other predators. And overcoming everything and eating all the deer and
Oddly, I
other
found something.
stuff that's
Yeah,
there.
like
So it hurts the ecosystem.
pythons are considered an invasive species in Florida,
Raquel?
and you can
Well, it's
kill
because they're
them.
not from there.
No, they're
Anytime you
not.
bring an animal into any environment and
Yeah.
you let them breed, jackrabbits or toads or whatever it is, it changes the environment and it pushes out the natural predators. So
Raquel,
you
I'm trying to
hurt
share
your
something.
environment. So
Yeah. Okay, More Kitty. What are you showing?
Pornography. I'm kidding.
Naked.
So what are you trying to show, Moria?
It's an alligator thing that I found.
Is this a clip? Is this
No,
it is
it's not.
is it a
Just
picture?
trust me.
All right.
Anyway, so apparently, yes, Oklahoma has alligators. Oklahoma Department of Wildlife Conservation said this 10-footer was found in Claremore Lake in May of this year.
Wow.
So apparently, this
Wow.
has happened a few times.
Somebody
I may not be
yeah,
as safe as I thought.
turned him loose.
Well,
Yeah.
I
have you ever
mean,
seen that movie about the alligators? Somebody supposedly in the sewers of some big city. I think it was New York or
Yeah, it's
something.
called
Yeah.
Alligator.
Yeah, and
There's one and two.
that's
It
what
was
it's
in back
based
in the
on. It's based
80s.
on people flushing baby alligators down the toilet or something.
Nobody says. Remember the photo of the dead snake that tried to swallow a gator? That was nuts.
Yeah, they both died. Both
Yeah.
the
Oh, man.
snake and the gator died because it was too big, and the gator kept fighting, and the
It was
gator suffocated, but it tore up the snake's insides.
It was a
And-
suicide.
It busted
cat.
out once the
Yeah,
snake
busted.
died. A few days later, it was started to swell and it exploded.
Oof,
Oh,
Pretty rancid, I'm sure.
that's
Yeah.
rough.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, but I think once the winter months come, Moira, you really shouldn't have to worry about the gators
I don't
so
have
much
any lakes
anymore.
close to me, and the river
Right.
we have is kind of shallow. It's wide, but it's shallow. So
Hi,
how
the odds of having an alligator in the area I'm living in, unlikely. Now, snakes, on the other hand, my neighbor just tonight, they discovered there's a hole in their floor. They didn't know this hole was there, but apparently a small rattlesnake crawled down in there. And they're trying to caulk the hole up because it's mostly concrete, but there's a small area under the house that is not concrete underneath. And I'm like, man, that they have like a broken panel of wood on their bathroom floor because her dad apparently was kind of heavy and broke it. But anyway, that was weird. But anyway, I was like, maybe you can cut the linoleum in the bathroom and see if you have a snake pit under your house. And she got this look. She just kind of paused for a minute. She's like, I don't think they want to know, which is
That's
fair.
creepy to think about.
Did you have a rainy summer this year?
Not really. We had a few day like a week where it rained, and then 2 months really of 100-degree heat, and it so much so for 2 months we didn't have to cut the grass because it was pretty much dead. But we do have woodsy areas where they could stay cool and hide. Apparently, under their house is one of them.
Yeah. Snakes.
Plus, there's
stay
mice.
cool.
So when I found out it was a rattlesnake, I was like, I'm coming with you. I want
There's
a pet.
lots of mice under there and lizards and things like that.
We
that
do
the-
have a lot
the
of
baby
that.
rattlesnake would eat. So
We have fantastic rats. I have to tell you, we have pet store grade rats. They are fantastic. There's this car we have that my friend keeps saying it's a parts car, but nobody ever actually does anything with the stupid car, so it just sits there. But anyway, we lift up the hood, and this rat is fantastic. It's got the cleanest, shiniest coat you've ever seen. It's nice, beautiful, kind of gray silver color. I mean, these are you can sell them at a pet store. They're just like grade A pet looking stuff. It's weird. So we have fantastic looking animals that live out here, but definitely snakes would be all over it. I was way too proud about our rats. I'm sorry.
No.
Would you compare them to the New York rats?
The one that steals the pizza.
Gross. These are nice and clean, healthy looking things. It's weird. Although apparently my neighbor has advised me not to touch the mice ever again because I try to save them for the cat and go put them in a wood pile, let them live their life. But apparently one of her friends, or neighbors, apparently picked up a mouse to do something similar, and it bit her, and she died of meningitis like a couple of days later. I was like, what?
Yeah, they carry
Wow.
diseases.
Oh,
Well, it never
yeah.
bit me before, but yeah, I kind of freaked out. I'm like, oh Lord. But I also don't want my cats to get meningitis. I mean, I assume they can, right? I mean, if you got a spine, I assume you can get a meningitis. I think it's.
I don't know.
What it is.
I mean, I know that if they see a live rodent, they'll try to kill it. They're
My
natural
cats are
mousers.
savage. If anything smaller than them is moving around, they will try to kill it.
So your cat's a natural mouser.
My cats go after. Well, one of them likes to go after snakes. He brought one to me. Poor thing. That poor snake never saw it coming. It was one of those little green, like, yard snakes. Yeah, he killed it and brought it up to the porch like he was so proud of himself. But yeah, they'll kill moles, rats, mice, pretty much anything, grasshoppers. Like, they give no fucks. If it's not smaller than them, or if it's smaller than them, they're in a lot of trouble. Like, they're completely savage. Like, we don't even have rabbits or squirrels come visit this yard. Like, nothing wants to visit this yard.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Nobody. You're right.
Well, thankfully, the bubonic plague can be caught early enough with antibiotics, thankfully. But apparently that meningitis is something to worry about for sure. So now I'm afraid to ever touch her mouse again.
Nice.
Let's see. My friend, she lives in Buffalo, New York, in the outskirts, and they were like redoing their kitchen floor. Apparently, there's a ancient burial site underneath her kitchen floor.
Oh shit! I'd be
like-
moving out.
I'm
Oh,
like,
boy.
yeah, haunted.
I wouldn't deal with that.
I'd be leaving.
Yeah. The only way to be honest with you, the only way to get rid of that sort of haunting would be to
Move.
dig up and exhume the bones. And I mean exhume. But it would be much more easier to sell the house and
Right.
move.
Yeah, see if the National Historical Society will just fucking buy it and just leave. Let it be their freaking problem. You know?
Yeah, I guess you could call whatever native tribes are in the area to see if they're interested.
I guarantee I guarantee you there's giant bones in there.
Maybe.
That's any type of things where there's like mounds and stuff, that's typically where giants were buried that had double rows teeth and sometimes horns. And they have a sort of soul that can't go anywhere, and they haunt. And they're evil.
I really don't want to see a ghost any time in my lifetime.
Yeah, I'm good on that. There's some things we're not meant to see in this plane of existence, so I like to mind my fucking business right here and stay in my lane, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And forget about Terminator Bigfoots. Terminator giants, we don't want those either with their red eyes being crushed in the press. We don't want any of that nonsense. No.
New fear unlock.
Hey guys, if you guys would be so kind, let's help get Janet to 400 subscribers on her channel.
Only 10 away.
Yeah, only takes one click of a button.
If you're not subscribed, go do it now. Do it
Yes,
now.
do it now. Do it now.
Right, depend on it.
Do it now.
Now, already has.
That's nice of you guys.
Do it now. Tell a friend and have their friend tell a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, make up a
And
few
so
friends
on,
and give them
and so
accounts.
on.
That's right.
I just subscribed.
And if you're feeling frisky, hit the notification bell. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You had a pet rat named Wheezy. She was super smart, litter trained, and loved hanging out around on my shoulders.
Oh, that is so cute. Oh, that is absolutely adorable. I love it.
I can't say I had a pet rat, but I did have a pet hamster and a pet gerbil.
Fair enough. Also very adorable.
Mm-hmm.
I love those little fluffy things. I love all fluffy things.
That's probably why men have beards.
I'm sitting here trying to think of it being cute, or if I'm like don't want to ruin it by being all serious. I do that sometimes when I don't realize that someone's being cute, and then I ruin it. I'm like, fuck. So I almost did it, then I stopped myself. I'm like, oh wait, I'm going to share my thought process with everyone.
I would say that on a stream, if somebody you don't really know throws in a little quippy line like that, it's probably half serious at best.
Probably. Some folks just throw in something
Well-
serious, and it's like,
It depends.
and
Yeah.
And so if I don't know their tone, I mean, he said it like with a straight tone, So I was like, my brain's like, I'm not registering if this is like cuteness or not. Like it was cute, but like, was it meant to be cute? I don't people well. I'm sorry.
Raquel could back me up on this, right? It was definitely mostly quip.
Well, it was very cute.
Thank you very much. By the way, hello everybody. I've never met most of you.
Yeah, this is Stefan. Me and Stefan were talking about what we love about anime on Jedi Bell's
Yeah, last
it's
night on the
Homiotics.
soup.
Yeah, on the soup last night.
Yep, and as usual, typical anime
discussion.
fashion, we wound up
Mhm.
talking to ourselves and ignored an entire panel of other people.
Hey, no, but everybody enjoyed that stream, so thank you. Thank
Oh,
you.
you're welcome, Jedi Bill.
Talking about it was a very entertaining show.
Yeah,
and we had
a great
trolls and everything.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
we
It was
did. Like,
crazy. It was crazy, but it
It was
turned out awesome.
crazy because one of your trolls in that chat was also on your Gilded, and
Yeah.
they were like trying to
What,
go
trolls
at
are
me.
Gilded now?
You got trolls?
On Gilded?
I've had trolls since before I had 300. That's just
I
crazy
mean,
thing.
my whole thing
of it,
about
you know?
Gilded is so I could gatekeep the trolls.
Mm.
You would think, right?
This guy was a
I
persistent
feel like
troll
nothing is
too.
sacred.
The person kept on coming on under different identities, and Kronos kept on blocking, and then
Yeah.
showed up as Shaggy Melons
Oh,
with the
Shaggy Melons?
avatar and everything.
Shaggy, huh?
Yeah.
And like Bill let him on for like 2 seconds, and it was like, well, who the hell are you?
I
Get
go,
off my
"That's
channel!
not Saggy. I know Saggy. She wouldn't talk bad about me.
And
She helped
Shaggy-
me. She helped me. I love her so much. She helped me get to 1,000. So I owe her. I owe her everything. So yeah.
One of the trolls that I was in the chat that was in your Gilded, Jedi Bill, was kind of going at me.
oh dear.
Well, it's been taken care of.
Yeah,
And he's no longer
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
It takes some finagling, but I was able to,
I swear, it seems like nothing is sacred anymore.
Yeah.
Well, it's post 20th century, post modern. Yeah, that's pretty much the name of the game here on out, I guess.
Nah. Ooh, someone should drop your link.
Who, me?
Yep, so I can stalk you.
Nice.
I believe I have your channel. I think.
There's not much going on my channel personally, but I am on a great deal of streams. I just started generating a playlist of all the streams I've been on recently.
Right on.
Hey, that's
That's
good.
smart.
That's good.
Oh, holy
That's
cow,
good.
you're right. My avatar isn't showing up. That's crazy.
And if you ever want to make
For me, DL
content,
isn't either.
Yeah.
go forth and make content.
Yeah.
Whether it be a 5-minute video or 10-minute video, 2-minute video, or shorts,
I'm running
I
out of
think-
time to sleep and eat at this point. So,
I think YouTube Shorts are their answer to TikTok. I think.
Yeah. But
Also control
those
you
things
and
are those
throw
last.
you off the system.
under. And we
We
were
lost
60
DL.
seconds to a less.
Uh-oh. What
Moira,
the...
change your avatar and then change it back, or put it to a
I will
different
try.
avatar.
There's Stefan's channel, if you want to go subscribe to him.
I dropped it at the time.
Cheers. That would be cool.
Welcome back, DL.
No.
All right, let me figure out what to do, 'cause I don't never had this problem before. So.
And I wanted to ask Janet,
Well,
how are
no,
things
it-
going?
it's I don't know if it's a stream. I think it's a YouTube problem. Personally.
Yeah, because it's been happening all day.
Yeah.
I can
What's
tell you
happening
that.
all day?
Oh, there we go.
The avatars popping off of the stream.
Well,
It
it's
looks
been
fine on
happening,
like
StreamYard.
your first initial avatar is always the one that ends up being the white dot, and then like you change it to a different one.
It's been happening to DL for a long time.
I don't know. Like,
I'm sorry, I'm old. What do you want?
you're good, DL. But if you, Brian, if you have noticed, I don't know if anyone has noticed here, but when you click the link for our panel, you can't hear or see people right away. It will take like, I don't know, a minute to, do that.
Are you talking about like
on StreamYards? Yeah.
You talking about on StreamYards to YouTube
Mhm.
ratio? Like
Mhm.
like once well it's because there's a delay. Like when the moment you start doing stuff like say go live and in real time, there's at least a 10 to 20 second delay on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Hmm.
even like up to a minute. It depends, and it's a delay factor, and that's normal. That's always been, and even going as far back to using Google Hangouts, if anyone here remembers that.
Yeah, and we
I
have
do.
Janet Jackson's clothing dilemma to thank for that, by the way.
Dun, dun, dun.
Is that why we don't have Google Hangouts? Is because of Janet Jackson?
The 10-second delay became federal law in the United States because of her mishap on stage with all broadcast
Oh
systems.
yeah, the Super
it includes
Bowl
live
with-
streams.
Tatas.
It includes anything that's live.
Justin Timberlake.
Oh, okay. Everything from radio. Also, all broadcasts. All
Correct.
broadcasts.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that they could track the language that's actually being said for 10 seconds before it hits the air.
But you know what?
Mm.
That's always been for a long time, and I'm surprised they didn't do that for the Super Bowl.
I remember like
And
that happened.
I think they just let that happen. To be honest with you.
Like,
Yeah, well, the Jacksons.
I was in high school, like that mishap with the wardrobe Janet had with Justin Timberlake in the Super Bowl. After that happened, no popular band was on a Super Bowl for years.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, because the very next year they decided to bring in Paul McCartney because they knew there wouldn't be any wardrobe malfunctions.
That's
at
right,
all.
because he doesn't have a chest at all.
No.
Janet, what
Well,
are you
he's-
doing? Are
he's-
those hands?
He's not even Paul McCartney though.
I can't hear you, Janet.
Here you go. Oh, I said these are my Deadpool hands. They make everything look bigger.
Okay.
You know.
That's awesome.
Remember
Janet,
remember that line in the movie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Have you seen Janet? Have you
It's so
seen
fantastically inappropriate. I love it.
Have you seen Bullet Train, Janet?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
You'll like it. It's got that same type of Deadpool humor.
Oh, it does? Okay.
yeah.
Well,
I
I've seen the trailer, but I haven't seen the
I
movie.
did too, and it looks
You gotta
funny.
remember, right now I'm in the murder capital of the world.
Where is that?
New Orleans.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
where?
dangerous around here.
Where you at?
Where are you at from,
I'm
Janet?
just outside of New Orleans in Metairie.
Oh,
Oh.
shit!
New
The
Orleans?
New Orleans airport's out near there.
Oh, you're around the Dixie Mafia. I don't want to be around that.
There's
Well,
a Dixie Mafia.
it's gotten
Yeah, I've
really
been there a
bad.
long time.
Absolutely.
Did Dixie?
Yeah.
Ever since Katrina, it's just not. It's just
Oh, yeah, I
started.
haven't been there
It's
since
bad.
Katrina.
It's gotten really bad.
It was bad before, to be fair. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
but
like a
it's
shithole.
gotten worse.
Like I was born there, but it's a shithole. Like I just tell everybody from Oklahoma, it's easier.
Was the mafia in the sticks?
Yeah, the Dixie
well,
Mafia.
there's
Yeah,
always
the
Bayou,
Dixie
in the
Mafia.
there's
Bayou.
always a criminal element in New Orleans.
Every
not-
parish has its own little group that kicks ass and doesn't like nobody else. You know?
Is there
I'd
ever
say
like
that-
a little wars in between the two?
Mhm.
That's probably the same everywhere on the planet. There's a little
Something
group of
special about that place,
mafiosa
though.
kind of people everywhere. It's all over the cities of Japan, all over the cities of Hong Kong, all over the cities of LA. It's just we may
Well,
call them
Nice.
gangs, but
That's
Ladies
why you
and
have to
gentlemen,
have
I
the
gotta-
city.
Something magical that happens when people go
Well,
through the city limits. They become assholes.
Yeah,
Ladies and
you
gentlemen,
go
I
to
gotta
the-
I gotta
you go to
bounce
the
What is it,
out.
rural
Brian?
areas.
I gotta bounce
I'm
out,
sorry.
ladies and gentlemen.
Aw.
No offense,
I
Sam,
gotta get a
Brian.
good night's sleep because I halfway guarantee you I probably won't tomorrow night.
Aw, hug.
All right, stay safe, Brian.
Will
pleasure
do.
meeting you, sir.
Brian.
Good night, Steven, Deranged,
Brian.
Jedi Bill, Moira, Janet, and Raquel. Good night, guys.
Good
Good
night.
night.
All right, I'm sorry, Janet. What are you saying?
Yeah.
Janet?
And
Oh no, one of them got her.
Uh-oh.
the mafia got her. Oh no.
Mafia.
And all she was armed with was little hands.
Little small arms.
Those were so creepy looking. Goodness.
They still come back. I hope. Like, yeah, it's dangerous down where she's at. I always, like my parents took me there. Well, we moved here when I was like 8. No, 7, and we went back to visit when I was 18. I'm like, yeah. Daytime in the tourist areas is kind of okay, but don't really stray outside of that. And be careful and the safe areas are still kind of limited. It's less dangerous, I would say. Not safe, but less dangerous. Like at night, you gotta stay in lit areas. And and always watch your drink. Always.
It's got only recently in the last couple of months has it gotten really safe to be going on the train in Los Angeles. I'm in LA and Hollywood, and it's there were homeless people with kitchen knives on their belts.
Wow.
Just arguing with people on the train.
Really? Kitchen
Yeah,
knives.
I mean,
Wow.
so it was pretty wacky for a little while, but they've cleaned it up really fast. So, it's a lot safer now, but like a month or so ago, there were literally campsites on the train platforms in the subway.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That is nuts.
Got like a dozen characters hanging out in one shady part of the platform.
Fuck that.
It was creepy to me. I can't imagine a young lady like traveling by herself. I mean, school kids use the rail around here to get back and forth to school. So, yeah, it was creepy.
Yeah, that's craziness. I've been to California 4 times, and each time it was an increasingly worse disaster. I was like, nope, I am never going back. And I have kept my promise for since 2004.
Janet had to go, but she says thank you. She'll talk to us later.
Hope she's okay.
All right.
Yeah, she's just something came up.
They cut off her little hands.
Good night, Janet.
Yeah.
And wait, let's continue to help Janet get to 400.
Yes.
She's only 9 away. 9 away. If we can get her 9 subscribers before the end of the night, that'd be awesome.
Indeed.
Definitely. Let's
Just
get her
one
to
click
400
away,
Someone tweak that.
subscribers.
Someone tweak that
YouTube can
out
help
there.
the upcoming channel. Just one click.
And she's also on Bruce Lombardo of Dick's Division. She's showing up on his channel a lot. I've been seeing them they just did a recent Excalibur watch. The old film Excalibur. The
I've
two
seen
of
that
them went
movie.
over the whole thing.
1981.
Yep. Good times.
That's a classic movie.
Well, me and DL have watched the 1984 movie of Dragon Slayer a few nights ago.
Yeah, you were saying,
another
and that was
classic.
with you, DL. That's great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't seen it in years, and I'm like, and she likes dragon.
Well, I like
movies, so.
dragons. I like yeah.
Dragons are cool.
That you should definitely
Definitely.
watch the one where Sean Connery is a dragon. That's
Mhm.
that's a lot of fun. What is that? Dragon Heart? I think it's
Yeah.
called.
Dragon Heart. Yep.
Dragon Art,
I
yeah.
believe there's 4 or 5 of those. There's been some spin-offs.
There were some pretty quiet action fantasy films from that time period. There was another one called Lady Hawk, where
we
a
saw
woman.
that.
Oh
We've
yeah,
seen that,
I
yeah.
have
Yeah.
Lady Hawk. Lady Hawk's
Yeah.
great.
Some of those movies are like way off the radar, but they're really good. They were really good when they were presented. They just got trampled by larger properties when they were in the theater, but they were really good for their time, and nice, quiet, very grounded, no special effects beyond the creatures, all filmed on location, just good, solid pieces of work.
You might like the movie Aragorn, Raquel,
Aragorn, what was that?
the dragon movie.
That
Oh,
was
okay.
supposed to be the first of 3, but
Yeah.
they flopped that first movie so bad they did
Oh
just
yeah. it
never
flopped.
revisited. It's based on the young. It's a a set of novels for young adults.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. And I liked the movie. I didn't, but apparently I was the only one. But
I liked it too, but there's a lot of haters out there because it was veered too far away and was rushed
oh
from
yeah.
the books.
Yeah.
So there were a lot of haters, and it will
Right.
go down in infamy as a big bomb.
Yeah, the same thing happened to Earthseed. There was an attempt at a live action miniseries that just kind of fell on its face, and then there was an anime series that tried to do it, and that too also just seemed to just fail with the material, and it never really completed itself.
I think the same thing happened with I want to say Spider-Rick Chronicles and something what was it where they he's like the son of Zeus or something.
Peter Jackson,
Peter Jackson, yeah.
Peter Jackson,
Percy
Jackson. That's it. Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
that too. And my niece was really into those books. I mean, a lot.
I think they got another movie coming out.
I don't think they really finished those movies about Percy Jackson.
Well,
No.
they did 2 of them, and I thought they were pretty good.
Yeah, they did
And
2
I
of
never
them.
read the novels, so.
I read the comic
And
book
I'm not
of it.
normally. I just.
Yeah, we got Percy Jackson, Olympians, the Lightning Thief, and then you got Percy Jackson, Sea of Monsters.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
And Pierce Brosnan was in that too, wasn't he? He was like one of the heavy hitters.
Yep.
Was in the cast.
Yeah.
Playing a centaur, was he?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Horse.
The one that was disappointing for me was The Golden Compass with Daniel Craig and all of those.
The Compass, yeah.
It's
another failed one that.
They just stopped it in mid-course. I don't know what the heck. I was like, "There's not going to be another one of these things. You've done all the work. What the hell? This is terrible."
They expanded to a TV show that.
Yeah, there was a Netflix.
I think failed too.
Thing that. It approaches on nihilism of God. Basically, is the climax of the story. So yeah, there's that. That's an issue.
So they're not continuing the movies for Percy Jackson, but there is going to be a TV series coming out in 2024 called Percy Jackson and the Olympians.
It's a fun property, and there's definitely an audience. I'm sure there'll be an angry fandom to anger all over the YouTubes about, but good luck to them. Hopefully they can break the barrier of all of this fan nonsense that's going on all the time now. Starting to get a little bored.
Which they never finished the Chronicles of Narnia. That I can remember.
Yeah, but there's it there was diminishing returns on each movie.
Hmm.
So the first one I liked, the second one was okay, and after that,
Like so far, like I think there's plans of Chronicles of Narnia and the Silver Chair and being planned, but I don't know when that's supposed to come out.
Let's take a look. Oh,
I'm looking right now. Let's see. Chronicles of Narnia, the Silver Chair release date. When is that supposed to come out? Mm-hmm.
so Moria Kitty, what are you up to these days?
Yeah.
meowing.
Well, bit by bit, I'm trying to take down that collapsed carport.
Oh, well, that
Yeah.
sounds like fun.
And Moira's got a birthday coming up on
Yes, she
Friday.
does.
Oh my
Oh.
God, that's 3 birthdays that I know of this weekend now. Because Dalek
I'm
451 is
the 30th.
also celebrating a birthday.
Well, Moira is part of the tripod. It was JJ, myself, and Moira, because our birthdays were one right after the other.
Mm.
Love you, JJ. Miss you, brother.
Same. And now we're sad.
Okay, so
No. Don't be sad. Celebrate his life. Celebrate. his
JJ
life.
was a good
Remember,
dude.
he was a great
So-
guy.
so the fourth
sad.
film of the Chronicles of Narnia, it was planned to do one, but it didn't happen, so it fell through. Sadly.
There's a lot of there's always sequels planned, and a lot of them always fall through.
Don't be sad, Moira Kitty. You're gonna celebrate your birthday.
I don't know how good my birthday is actually going to be. Like, it seems to be kind of a disaster every time and a little sad.
Oh.
And my midlife crisis is hitting kind of hard this time, so I'm kind of like, because anytime I tell people kind of what I want, or like here in the house, like it doesn't really happen. And it's like, once or twice, I think somebody got me something like I definitely didn't like, and I'm like, is this to punish me? That seems kind of messed up, but that's probably what it was. It's probably just weren't listening at all. Either way, though, sadly, Chris is out of town. He's in Odessa, visiting his mom because, I didn't realize she had already had the procedure, but she was getting cancer nodules taken out of her lungs. So she's down there recovering. Like, he almost didn't go. And I was like, why? And he was like, well, I talked to her. She said it was okay and I didn't need to come down. I'm like, are you dumb? Call her back. Like, do you not? Let me translate. She's saying she doesn't want to be a burden, but she definitely wants you down there. And so the next day he was like, you were right. I'm like, yeah, told you. So she just didn't want to burden you, but she wants to see you. You're her favorite thing in the whole world. So yeah. So I did want him to not be down there to help her recover a bit. So he'll be coming back after my birthday. So
Yeah, and I don't care what anybody says. With modern medicine, there's no such thing as a simple open chest surgery.
I hope it's not full on open chest. She just had bypass, double or triple bypass surgery a month and a half ago.
Oh well, they might have been able to go in with scopes through the side, through the ribs.
I think that's what they probably did to get the numbers.
That's a lot less.
I'd have to ask.
invasive.
I'll call her tomorrow.
But all of those procedures are just no, you should be there because anything can happen.
Right. Well, apparently she already had the procedure, so he missed that part. But
Okay.
But she had other people down there to keep her company and look out for her. But he had work up here, and then when that contract or whatever was up, he was free to go down there. It was only by a few days difference. So
Oh, that's good. Yeah, he'd never forgive himself if that turned into drama.
Exactly. I said the same thing to him because I lost both my parents. So like, I was like, she just doesn't want to be a burden. She definitely wants you down there. I know that wording. If you conveyed that to me the way she did to you, that's what she's saying. And sure enough, I was right. So yeah, so I'm a little sad that he won't be here on my birthday, but
but he's with his mom, so that's all good.
well, yeah. I mean, obviously, like, what if something happened? Obviously, I would feel terrible.
Right.
Like, but I'm just saying, like, I think we can all disagree that we didn't want that to happen to her in the first place. Everybody would be much happier if that hadn't happened to her.
That's right.
Right.
But I can still be sad.
Oh my goodness, the drama I'm going through on another channel is just getting more absurd and adolescent by the second.
Oh, I think
Really?
there's a lot of brewing in the background for me. What's going on with you?
Oh, there's a couple of gentlemen that used to be a part of another group, and the group broke up because of internal arguments, and now they're all still bickering with each other, and it's been months that it all went down.
Everybody's got
So
their feelings hurt. That's what happens.
They're all acting like, and this is no offense to any of the ladies anywhere on the planet, they're just acting like teenage girlfriends who are trying to date the same boy. It's just awful. It's just really bad.
Maybe they just need to talk it out or something, because apparently they still have their feelings hurt.
Well, at this point, it's actually turned into like how they advertise each other.
Oh dear.
Like one will start arguing about the other, and then the other one will start up their stream and start arguing about their arguments. And it's oh, good grief.
Oh man, I kind of want to watch that insanity. I want to have some popcorn and watch that crazy shit.
The sad part is that I've gotten to know them all, and I'm on all of their streams. So if I go to one channel before the other, I turn into the enemy all of a sudden, and all I'm bringing is like the voice of reason.
You know what? Just hang out with us. Just hang out with us.
And that's why I'm here expanding my universe, because good grief, I can't rely on those guys for the future.
Because don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna lie, I can be a petty bitch, but I'm more subtle about it.
I love food is saying, is it who I think it is?
Yes,
I don't know.
I love food. You know exactly who I'm talking about, but I will not name names ever on this channel. That would contaminate this channel.
We don't want to do that.
No doxing.
But moving on.
Indeed.
Stuff.
Moving on.
Like,
go ahead.
What animated films, you like watching as a kid that you will still watch?
Oh my God, Duckula. Sorry.
Animated films.
Oh, films. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I could tell you right now, given the current landscape, I'm going to say the original animated Hobbit movie.
Yes.
Good choice.
Was really influential because it was such a unique set of character designs, and the line work on all of the characters' faces was also deeply unique to that animation style. It was a particular studio that was doing it. And all of the magic and all of the creatures and the drama and the lighting effects, it was kind of ahead of its time. And I'm not talking about the rotoscoped, Lord of the Rings animated features. Those were nonsense. But that's a solid picture. It's also kind of like a folky musical as well, because they sing songs while they're on the trail right out of the book. But hauntingly charming film, because it's very serious about itself. And I'm a big fan of stories that are serious about themselves. I don't like silly looking at the camera and winking at the audience. I don't like that kind of stuff.
Well, Deadpool makes it cool.
Well, that's fourth wall breaking legitimately. But when they're doing it just because you're watching, like I always use the reference to Lethal Weapon 2, where it's like they know that they're doing Lethal Weapon 2. The actors do. And it's like they're almost winking at the camera the whole time. It's kind of silly. But yeah. But I like material that takes itself deeply serious. Even if it's comedy, I want you to be serious about it. Like Mad, 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 Mad World or Young Frankenstein.
Oh, I love it.
They're not winking at the camera ever. The whole film is totally serious about itself. It's just absolutely hysterical that they're that serious.
I would have to say, let's see, probably like 1985 to like 88. I was all about The Last Unicorn.
Oh, yeah.
Also a good choice.
A little kid watching it.
Seven more for our friend Janet.
Awesome.
Seven more.
Sure.
That's right. Resurrect your relatives and get them a YouTube account.
That seems inappropriate, but okay.
Speaking of inappropriate, what happened to your carport?
The carport is pretty inappropriate. God. Let's see. Well, it just a rainstorm, and the carport is like 60 years old. Well, I don't math. It was built in 1969, so whatever the fuck that is. Anyway, but weather damage happened to the wood, termites happened to the wood, not to the rest of the house, but apparently to that area. And it just, like, half the carport collapsed.
Good grief.
I know. Actually, hold on. Let me see.
Jedi Bill, what's your choice of movie?
My first one came to mind was Heavy Metal, and then second
Awesome.
one was The Secret of Nim.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, very good. Very
Oh,
good.
And,
Very-
if
very
I could
nice
throw in a
choice.
second, I'm going to say
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Watership Down.
I'm not really familiar with that
sounds
one,
familiar.
but I've heard of it.
It's it also an extremely serious, semi-child friendly animated feature about a coven of rabbits that try to find a new home. And they travel across like the countryside and find a knoll up on a hillside underneath a tree, and they create a whole new civilization of rabbits for themselves. But it's a never-ending adventure story the whole time, and it gets grim and it's very serious about itself. That's a really good one. The book is even better, but the movie is excellent. John Hurt plays the lead bunny rabbit, just to give you an idea of the kind of reverence in the acting.
Very good.
You probably
choice.
know John Hurt from he played the uber bad guy in V for Vendetta.
And he was the guy who finally just gave up on everything in 1984.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
I'm old. I might as well throw out obscure shit. Everybody's going to be like, what?
He's also the first guy to die in Alien as well.
Oh, that's right.
So
forgot
this guy
about
is a
Sadly,
legendary
he's
British
no longer
actor.
with us.
Oh, and
Yeah.
the scene that Raquel
Aw.
really hated in Spaceballs, he was the one having the alien come out of his chest.
Oh my God, did
Yeah,
he do
William
that?
Hurt. Yeah.
What a
It
generous
took
actor.
me years to realize that was the same guy, to be fair.
Yeah.
What a generous actor. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, really,
took
really
that
good. Another one that
2018.
has that kind of painterly, watercolorish kind of quality to the artwork is really good. And another one along that same lines, other than The Rats of Nim, is oh goodness, I just had it on the tip of my tongue. Hold on, let me talk to my tongue for a few seconds.
Oh
I'm
my
sure
god, I stuck my tongue out and looked at it, actually. See if I can see it. That's awesome. You're a weirdo too, and it's great.
You got to
I'm trying to remember-
anthropomorphize everything, otherwise magic doesn't exist.
Right? I'm having the worst time right now.
Oh,
Wait, okay, hold on. I think it's nope. For some reason, it is not letting me go into StreamYards on this phone. I don't know why. It's very weird. And when I went to go sign in, it has someone's name and
Let's see.
Gmail
Trying to
as another option to
remember.
sign in that I have not seen or used since 2019. And I'm like, why is that suddenly now there? That makes me want to go find him and kick his ass. Like, you're not messing with my shit, are you, boy? Oh my god. He's like this crazy little guy that, like, never mind. Where's my phone? I was going to use my other phone because I was going to show him the carport.
Let's see. The animated movies I liked as a kid was, let's see. Maybe it was Thumbelina. I think it was in the 90s, I think. Yeah, 1994. And then my second one will have to be Batman Mask of the Phantasm from
Oh
1993.
yes, good
Raquel, will you call
choice.
my phone?
Huh?
Will you call my phone? I can't find out what happened to it.
Okie dokie.
Oh,
I'll call
no.
your phone.
Thank you, dear. It's like it's not my purse. It's not
Lost
anywhere
your
around me.
phone.
Let me
There's a
give
very
you a
small number of
buzz.
people that I gave my phone number to.
All right, calling you.
Mhm.
Ring, ring, ring.
Where's that?
I took.
Rocket. Yeah.
I hear it.
I love who
took
says
a-
Rockadoodle.
Oh, all right,
I took
awesome.
a look
Thanks.
at.
I'm
All
surprised
right.
none of you said Ferngully.
Oh, Ferngully is a good one
before you hung
too.
up.
I
Yeah.
took a look at the Alexander anime, Reign of the Conqueror or something.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that last night.
Interesting. I
Which
really
was,
don't. I don't really know the difference between anime and cartoons. I remember in school we had to watch Ferngully all the time, which I liked. That is a cartoon movie. That's not anime.
Right.
It is animated.
Yeah, Rockadoodle Doo is a good one. Let's see.
It's funny. I just looked up a list of animated films of the 80s, and Roger Rabbit is actually included in this list, which is silly. But
Yeah. Well, that was
Speaking
animated.
of
Mixture.
which, there's plans of having a sequel to that movie.
yeah. Damn them.
Why? Why?
I don't trust the current mediascape. That's all. I just don't trust it. I just don't trust what they'll do with it. What they'll have to do with it, maybe, should be the proper statement. Did anybody ever see the animated feature Fantastic Planet?
I don't believe so.
That's another one that's extremely unique, also based on a novel. Oh, that was what I wanted to. That was what I remembered. The Disney feature from 1973 of Robin Hood. Has anybody seen that one?
I
No.
cannot sign in on my phone to your StreamYards.
Oh, that's really
Can you
sad.
send it to me on Twitter? It's so odd. It's like someone signed me out of my StreamYards accounts.
Let's see. I remember the movie. Like, have you heard of this one? Like, this very underrated movie, The Page Master. I remember watching that as a kid.
I'll look that one up because there's so many titles. It's sometimes it's
Yeah,
hard to remember them.
Page Master with Macaulay Culkin.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, 1994. Oh, okay. And he becomes a character in the animated feature, right? He starts off where it's regular?
Yeah, it's live action and it goes into animated.
Huh. How was that?
Well, I haven't watched that movie in years.
Yeah, this is when he was uncorrupted as well. He's so young. God, what a life that kid had. What has had or is having.
Little Nemo Adventures in Slumberland. I haven't seen that movie in a very long time.
There's so many good ones too.
Oh yeah, so many good ones.
Just looking through this list now. It's like the 70s and the 80s were just so prime with these films.
I know,
really just killing it.
Other unrated animated films was Atlantis. Atlantis. The other one, what was the other one? Treasure Planet. Those didn't really take off.
Yeah, it's strange how some of them did work and some of them just did not work. People just started there was this atmosphere building up against animation that it was only a kids genre, and if they didn't make it children friendly enough, then
Mhm.
parents wouldn't go to see it at all. So they were kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, given the competition in the theater. It became a
Right.
miserable circumstance, and that's why so many of these films that was very serious couldn't land with an appropriate audience, because adults wouldn't go see animated features in the theater. It's weird. It's just like it was a turning point. The 80s was just a turning point for a lot of this stuff. But they were well executed. Treasure Planet was some of the first CGI in an animated feature.
Mhm.
And it was right when it was just getting into the dawning of that technique. Because I'm looking at this list right now, and
Yeah, it was evolution, groundbreaking.
yeah, because they were able to animate all of these sailing ships, and they never had to put pen to paper. The computer was doing all the heavy lifting.
Anastasia is a good one.
Mm-hmm. And Disney was basically changing gears at the same time.
Mhm. Oh, the Black Cauldron.
The Black Cauldron is good if you haven't seen it.
That is also a good movie.
But they were getting better at live action effects. And
You know what?
that
You
was
know,
changing
another
things
one
too.
that should be on that list, Bed knocks and broomsticks.
Yeah,
That
I was
had
just looking at
animation
that.
in it.
Oh yes, definitely. Yeah. My Neighbor Totoro was made in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Well,
you could
Japan
even
never stopped
consider
animating.
the original Mary Poppins as also an animated feature. There's a lot of animation in there.
Yes, Brave Little Toaster. I haven't seen that in a very long time. The Goof Troop movie. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I was a little kid when these were all happening. I was like, I was born in '69, so some of these films were coming out just as I was a little boy. But we liked the live action, the Bad News Bears, the original Bad News Bears. Raquel, if you haven't seen that,
I've seen it. I have seen it.
Not a
So I know.
fan. Very
I know
weird.
what you're talking about.
Not a fan of it.
No, not a fan.
No, it's weird. Not a fan.
What was weird about it? The little girl and Walter Matthau were.
Ain't that enough? Ew. That dude has looked 80 years old for 40 years.
It's true. I think he straight
For
out of
some reason,
college.
back
he's
in the
no
70s,
longer
people liked
alive,
ugly
though,
people.
so.
It was weird. The 70s was weird. I don't know how anybody got born.
I wouldn't know.
Oh, right. Like, what's his fucking name? Ted Bundy. Like, everybody's like, oh, he was so good looking for his time. No, he's fucking ugly as shit.
Leave us 70 babies out of it.
Oh, no, y'all were babies back then, so it's okay. I'm talking about people who were like full-grown adults. Like, a lot of them were what's considered good-looking was ugly. Like that porn mustache. What the fuck was anybody thinking? That looked like a really like atrocious caterpillar on someone's face. What was somebody thinking? Thinking that was hot. Lord mercy. And the feathering of the hair. Like, it didn't matter if you were Farrah Fawcett or a dude. Like, it didn't matter. Feather to hair. What the fuck?
You're awfully judgmental, Kitty.
I'm very honest. The word you're looking for is honest, sir. And yes, I am very judgmental. I think you're cute. So,
I think it's hysterical because it's kind of how I feel about some of these new young actresses coming up the pike who are getting these, I don't know, what is it supposed to be? Real body positivity kind of thing going on. And it's just like, these are not supposed to be very realistic people. They're supposed to be superstars. They're supposed to be extraordinary looking. Come on, guys. So it's kind of the same argument. And they argued the same thing in the 60s. I don't know who thought Dustin Hoffman was adorable when he was a kid.
Yikes. He looked like he's, I don't know. It had to be
And
the
yet
height.
he was a
It had to be the
superstar in
height.
his day and age. Yeah.
Because I saw what he looked like back then, you know, and it's like he's not cute.
But that was the whole point. That was actually the selling point of the movie. Was in the when it came out, was that he was supposed to be odd looking, that he was supposed to be something off or something like that. So, and I agree, Walter Matthau, and he's been a sex symbol his whole career.
How?
I don't know. I wasn't a woman back then. But it's a reality.
You're not a woman now, are you?
Well, that's
no, but I'm trying really hard. I'm filling out all the correct papers.
I'm kidding.
Fair.
Oh,
But hey, to each their own. But
I just had to ask to make sure.
It's hysterical. In this
I
day
will
and
not
age,
body shame anybody unless they're like got that 70s mustache thing going. I'm sorry.
yeah, which reminds me, that superstar porn star from back in the day. What was up with that guy? I've actually met him in
Oh
person.
my God, you're talking about the guy who had 13 and died of AIDS?
He was like, he had like curly black hair and like this big chunky face with a big hairy mustache. I'm like,
the fat guy who could suck his
Ron
own.
Jeremy.
Yeah, Ron Jeremy.
Yeah.
I was just like,
Oh my
what
God,
is
that dude
up
was
with
ugly
this
as
guy?
Ron Jeremy.
That dude was ugly as sin. Oh my God. Yuck.
And he is just a total animal in person, in
looks
conversation.
so oily. He looks like he smells like wet garbage. Oh my God.
Oh,
like
good
if you've
heavens.
ever smelled like a dumpster that's been rained in and then the summertime hits, that's what he looks like. He smells like that. I'm sorry, but the Hawaiian shirt that looks like he's got a gopher like skin and attached to his chest, that mullet thing. Oh my God, I don't know what anybody's thinking. Christ on a cracker. Oh, pay him not to have sex. Fuck.
Okay.
Well, you know, lots of young girls threw himself at that man.
Oh, yuck.
I know.
Some of those women weren't much better. I mean, a
And
little
to
bit.
think we were talking about cartoons, animated feature
Oh
films.
yeah, we were. How did we get into this?
We were.
My bad.
Let's just say he was. Well, he's rumors. Well,
I love food goes. Unpopular opinion. Jackie Kennedy
well,
was pretty.
and,
She was pretty. She had a classic prettiness about her. Like I'd hit that, but I'd also bring her tea.
Yeah. Yeah. I love food. You're killing it
hello,
in the
Potato
chat.
Revan. How are you?
Woo!
Irish
Hello.
potatoes.
Hello.
You don't sound like
hey,
you know what
Mr.
you're
Potato Revan.
Hey. How are you, Moira?
I'm doing all right. How are you, cousin?
I'm going to be toying with an idea. Would you like to meet another cousin?
Oh Lord.
On Facebook. No, he's on our side.
Who's on our side?
Okay.
Moira understands. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll message him and because he wants to be more cousins. But yeah, you'll really like him. He's the trucker.
Oh right. That's Russ or something. What was it?
Right.
Right. Okay. I think you mentioned him like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, he's the guy I'm gonna be meeting in Boston.
Oh, nice. He's still gonna be
Yeah.
far from me, but he will be closer.
He travels. Remember, he may go.
Yeah, but like almost
Yeah.
anything's closer than Ireland right now. Like if
Yeah.
you're in the US, you're still closer probably.
Well, I've got a cousin in Spain, so that's further away.
Wolf. Point.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be
Hey,
so
Steven.
cool. Like, yeah, tell him to
How
find
are
me
you,
on
Rick?
Facebook, and like if he stops in Oklahoma City, at least on the northeast side, because I don't like traveling far. Like, I could say hi.
Oh, well, no, he'll go to you. He travels.
That's what I'm saying. He can meet me like on the northeast side of Oklahoma City, because I don't like to go far.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I don't want to go to the northwest side of Oklahoma City or the southwest side, especially the southwest side. Southeast side is kind of okay.
Yeah. Good guy. Great guy. Love that guy.
Marvelous.
Mm-hmm.
I was at them when I was making my short films. I needed an Irish accent like a few years ago, and I couldn't find anybody. I was like, God,
Ah,
like, I fucking hate this state. No Scottish, no Irish. It's fucking crap.
you know, if it was there, you could have gotten me or fucking Mountains of Elysium.
Oh, how is Irish Mountains doing? I haven't talked to him in ages.
He's doing good.
How come I don't
He's
see him on live no more?
time zone.
I sleep the same as I did before.
Yeah, he also is working really, really hard. He's kind of got a new job. He's kind of doing a load of stuff in his personal life, things like that.
Well,
But he's
shit,
doing great.
I have gotten no notification of him going live in like over a year.
Oh, he's deleted. He don't have his YouTube channel anymore.
What the fuck?
He's he's working on someone else's channel. But yeah, he's. Are you following him on Twitter, Mountains of Elysium?
I haven't seen anything posted from him in a while. I don't know if I'm following him or not.
Hold on.
I mean, I should be, but
I'll get your Twitch.
all right.
So, Stefan, like, and Jenna Bill, what kind of video games do you guys like to play?
I think Jedi Bill, take this one first.
Video games. I play all types of games. I like the Call of Duty series. I like the Star Wars, Force Unleashed, and the Jedi Fallen Order.
That sequel's coming out next year.
I haven't got them yet, but I want to play the Star Wars Battleground ones.
Battlefront.
Yeah, that's one. Thank you.
Are they still scheduled to do a remake of the Old Republic? Are they going to up-res it?
No, it's gone.
Should.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, not under the current regime.
Yeah. I have to confess, I've never been a big gamer, but I did get into Skyrim when it was just a console game, and I still play it from time to time to just make myself some weapons and some armor and, kill some bad guys and collect some bounties. And then that's it. I'm good for a couple of months, and then I go back.
I have played over 4,000 hours collectively on Skyrim between three different consoles.
I haven't played Skyrim, but I have been playing ESO, Elder Scrolls Online, and I've been playing. Currently, I've been playing right now. Agatha Christie, the APC Murders video game.
Oh wow! How classy!
I saw some of that. That's a really cool looking game.
I can't believe that's a game. That's so weird.
And then I am enjoying it so far. Yes.
Raquel, do you like to read?
Well, yes.
Agatha Christie are all books.
Yeah, they're all books. There's also a TV series from the 90s and also 2018.
Oh, sorry, Raquel. Speaking, I asked. Remember, you asked me to ask about pizza for my Ohio friend.
Yes.
She said Domino's and Pizza Hut.
Okay.
Both of them deliver. And
that's the place I'm trying to get delivered from, Pizza Hut, and they don't really go to my area. That's the problem.
That is weird. Did you try looking in a different Pizza Hut?
I can try, but
I'd try some like Grubhub or Uber Eats, and excuse me, and put in your address of wherever your house is located, and then it'll just come up with all the pizzas delivered. There we go.
She has the book.
Oh, a few of them.
Autobiography, Agatha Christie.
There's a few books my mom had. I kept them all.
I have seen every single Agatha Christie Poirot.
Murder on the Orient Express and shit.
No, the TV series. They made all the episodes. Yeah.
I thought you meant like her movies in
I
general.
just started watching the first episode of the 1990 series.
Yes, that
Agatha
is.
Christie.
I'm going to give you a warning. The
Why?
end will make you cry.
Oh, don't please no spoilers.
I don't do spoilers. I just give warnings.
Okay. I love food, video games, Final Fantasy. I love Final
Yes.
Fantasy. Overwatch. Not really familiar with that one. Civilization. I'm not familiar with that one either. A friend of mine does play that game, but it looks very complicated, to be honest.
Hey,
It's a strategy game where you have to figure out civilizations and it passes the time like.
okay, I want to show off a little bit. So apparently up here we have Agatha Christie's Halloween Party, Dead Man's Mirror, and Nemesis as well.
They
All
actually
these books
made
are probably older, my age or older.
are any of you two ladies familiar with what happened with Agatha Christie?
No,
I
please
saw a
don't spoil
movie
it.
talking about it.
No,
No.
the actress. The
Oh.
writer, the woman. There's an actual mystery around her.
That's what I'm saying. There
No.
was a movie about that. It
That
was
was
about her
fiction.
going missing for a while. People thought she was dead.
Yeah. So she just disappeared for 2-ish years or something like that. For a good bit of time anyway. And nobody knew what happened to her. Even to this day, nobody knows.
Yeah,
What
she wouldn't
happened, so-
explain it.
That's right.
No.
She's actually James Bond.
No, she's actually Moira. Get it right.
Damn, I'm not that old, you bastard.
I know, you're older.
Oh,
Hello.
Hot
Man.
potato.
I'm only kidding with you, girly. But
I'm sitting here
These are-
thinking that like a Bailey's and a Guinness is not exactly what I'm going to do to you.
Oh,
aw, it's our promise.
there's some flirting going on beneath us, guys.
It's my cousin.
That's a threat here, man.
Okay.
I'm in Oklahoma, not Alabama. Holy fuck.
Ding 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 ding.
I had
Oh,
no
banjos.
idea.
I hear
Moira
banjos.
did-
Fun.
Moira, did you see on TikTok the girl she was adopted and she found out her family, where her mother, her aunt, and her cousin, she said, are all the same person.
Wow.
Yeah.
I kind of want to hear that story.
Yes, I went. She never put up a
the
story
sweet-
time, and I'm like, fucking no.
What in the sweet home Alabama is this?
One sweet incest. But Raquel, yeah, if I'd suggest a video game for you, I mean, of course, the Harry Potter game is confirmed PS4.
Yes, that comes out next February of next year.
Looking forward to that one.
Yes, and
What is
the
that
ghost.
cover?
It's called Harry Potter Legacy of Hogwarts.
So basically, it's set in 1879, and everything that happens in it is canon.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's some serious stuff. I didn't know it was going to go that deep into the lore. That's why I asked, because
There's a couple
the
of
books
mysteries.
cover a lot of ground.
Oh, there's even more. There's even more in there. There's a whole lore pages and everything like this. Like, there's the witch who disappeared after creating the Flu Network. There's one of there was a Muggle-born minister of magic who lasted for 6 months and was then killed
Wow.
by a Malfoy.
Oh, really?
Malfoy?
Legacy.
Yeah.
That family.
The Malfoys are descendants of ancient dukes. Basically, go ahead.
I thought you were going to say Slytherin, but
No, dukes. Basically, so they came over with William the Conqueror, right? And they helped take over lands, but they took over lands magically because magic wasn't in back then. and they gained favor in court for all the monarchs up until the secrets of Wizard Act. Now, here's a fun thing. You know, Harry Potter fans, you know the way the Malfoys are so rich?
Hmm.
They own 17 or 18 Muggle companies.
Of course they do.
Yeah, they don't really care.
Later, Jedi Bill. Thanks for coming.
Well,
I'm a deep dive Harry Potter nerd.
yeah, I can tell. What properties are there? Are there volumes of lore encyclopedias
Yes.
on the subject?
No, there's lore. There's official canonical. It's called Pottermore,
Okay.
and
What,
they
as
release
a
short
website
stories.
or something? Or
Yeah, there's actually a thing that you can take for fun. Moira, would you like the link to the Pottermore? You create a passport. It's all free. You create a passport, and then you see what wand and house and everything like that you get sorted into.
I think we did this the other night or something similar to it. Anyway.
I've already got mine. Now, I won't show mine because my real name is on it, but my Patronus is actually a Jack Russell. Oh, you think that's funny? One of my dogs is part Jack Russell.
That's great.
And I'm like, okay. I call my boy.
So, are you gonna get Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed when it comes out next month on the 18th?
I've not been a big Ghostbusters fan since I was a kid. When I was on the flight coming home, I put on the new Ghostbusters movie, but I didn't really get into it. I don't know if it's air travel around like that, but anything I watched on it, I only watched for like 2 minutes and then switched off. It could be the traveling and everything, and the fact that I'm too tall for the seats. That was hurtful.
I just finished re-listening to the whole original Potter run.
Yes, it's fantastic, isn't it?
It really is. It's so enjoyable, and I tend to listen to it again whenever I think I'm like, wait a second, there's this, all this young drama going on within the lore and everything, and I got to remind myself by re-listening to the books and going, was any of this in here? I mean, I'm the kind of person that always confirms and rechecks my own belief system.
Yeah.
Like, maybe I've lost track, or maybe I've deluded myself somewhere along the line. Let me go check all my reference points.
Yeah, there's a whole series on Pottermore. Like, in the legends, they don't know if this is true, but they said that there was a wizard who was so powerful he did not need a wand. Like, he'd cast the spells from his hands.
Yes, like the Emperor of the Sith.
Pretty much, but they said they don't know, is he like just propaganda or a boogeyman, or what is he? Because they never found any official writings of him, because he would have certainly, given the time period, would have been known by the magical world, and a wizard that powerful would have had a big magical tomb. And there's nothing to him or anything. Also, Dumbledore was a dick.
This lore goes way beyond my knowledge base, I'll tell you that.
No, this will be your knowledge base. Do you realize that Dumbledore raised Harry Potter like a pig to slaughter?
Yeah, of course I do. It's all in the books.
Yeah.
And I get it.
He's a dick.
I guess, but what choice did he really have? The ultimate evil created a weapon, basically.
Yeah, but the thing is, it was simple. Dumbledore stops being the Minister of Magic. Dumbledore goes and becomes the Minister of Magic. As Minister of Magic, Dumbledore creates a task force of highly trained, highly powerful Aurors. Dumbledore questions a few of the high-profiled Death Eaters. Learns about the Horcruxes. He then sends out his wizards on multi-year tasks to find each of the Horcruxes. They bring all the Horcruxes to him, they find ways, and they destroy all the Horcruxes. Bada bing, bada boom.
I get that. I just can't see Dumbledore as being a militant, which is what he would have to have become.
I don't. That's the thing. Dumbledore always said he didn't want power because he was scared of who he'd become.
Right. In much the same way that Gandalf is the same way.
Well, Gandalf's an actual angel, so that's. If Gandalf got the ring, Gandalf would have become like Sauron himself. Is it Sauron or Saruman? I always got these two names mixed up.
It's Sauron, and because I always remember for myself, I just imagine Gandalf saying, "It's Saruman," and then the avalanche happens. So that's how I remind myself. It's just the names are very, very close.
Yeah. So Gandalf, Saruman, and Sauron were all angels. So if Saruman had gone the ring, Saruman would have been more powerful than those two, and it would have required the Valar themselves to step in.
Yeah, and I'm familiar with what you're talking about because I went through the Silmarillion just so that I could have it in my head, so I could survive a conversation like this one.
Question: do you think that Iluvatar and Valar were actually helping the war, but from the hidden away?
I'm not. I don't really have the canon
No, just mean not canon. But I'm just saying, in your opinion, do you think they were there?
I'm going based on my understanding of magical systems in general, and yes, the most powerful beings in any set of magic are always looming around and always manipulating forces. And they're going towards end goals that are beyond the lifetime of most of the characters that we know. So, yeah, I definitely think they were there. I definitely think they were altering forces. They put a timeline on the elves. They put a timeline on, all of the great civilizations that came before.
Except for man.
Well, because it still has plans for man. So,
yeah. Man has a special place when they die. Like the elves go to the west, they resurrect in the west. The dwarves, they go to the tunnels in the west. They resurrect in the tunnels. But the men go straight to the halls of Iluvatar himself.
Yep, and it could very well be that it's only because men have, or the House of Men, have a deeper imagination as opposed to a magical system, that their magical system is imagination, and that's why they can so easily go to these halls in the afterlife. Where the elves are magical in the real world, so how magical would they be in an afterlife?
You know DC Comics, obviously.
Yes, sir.
You know Rao?
Yes.
So there was a talk between Rao and Wonder Woman, and Rao's like, "Why are you helping?" And he said, "I'm helping now because I'm playing a game." And she's like, "With lives?" He goes, "Honey, I'm playing a game that is 10 million years in the making."
Right. Yeah,
and
get a hold of yourself, lady.
Yeah, he's like, "You're nothing." And she's like, "So you're guiding people?" He goes, "Yes." He goes, "I know exactly whose bloodlines will be there." He goes, "Everyone else, inconsequential."
Yep, and that's what makes him a cold bastard, but he's not far from the truth.
Yeah, like, he turned around and he protected this one girl for some reason, and everyone's like, "Why did you protect her?" And she was a 6-year-old girl, and they're like, "Why did you protect her?" And he said, "Her 71 times great-grandson is going to become the Superman of his age. After Kal-El disappears, they're going to replace him." And they're like, what about his descendants? And they're like, "Diluted blood."
That's so funny.
I love cold bastards.
Yet they are fascinating characters. It's a little disturbing to me as a person who loves heroism to understand all of these anti-heroes and these semi-dark heroes. But I do love Riddick. You know,
Oh yeah,
I haven't seen that one. I haven't checked it out. Maybe at some point I'll check it out though.
if you
there's only
like.
two feature films really. It's
Mm-hmm.
Pitch Black and The Chronicles of Riddick, and that's pretty much it. The second one, the third one after that, and the animated short is interesting, but there's also a video game that you could probably Steam somewhere.
Oh, cool.
And that takes place during the course of the movie. It's a prison escape, and it's really, really good graphics for its day and age.
Awesome.
But
Well,
it's a very interesting religious-based science fiction universe.
It is.
So,
They have new Mecca and Islam and Christianity are after becoming a weird mix.
Mm. Well, guys, I'm going to end things here. Thanks for everyone for coming by. Please click on that like button and subscribe for more future stuff on this channel. And I did a poll on Twitter to see what you guys want me to want to next talk about next week on a certain topic. And there were two choices. There were Dragon Ball or Ghibli films. Most of you said Ghibli films, so that's what we're going to talk about next week.
What is a Jiggly film?
Ghibli film, they're animated movies, done in
That's not what it
Japan,
sounds like, but okay.
done by Hayao Miyazaki.
Moira, in a sense, they're every single anime fan's gateway into anyone who's watched these growing up just simply fell in love with them.
yeah.
Pretty much.
In short, he's the Disney of Japan, basically. Or
Okay.
the old
Yeah.
school Disney of Japan.
Yeah, old school Disney of Japan. He is.
Okay, I remember some of it.
Yeah,
Yep.
and Moira, do you have Netflix?
Yes, thank God.
They're all on Netflix.
Oh, good.
Oh, I didn't know that. Cool. And just Stefan, are you able to come next week?
I should be able to. Are we talking same bat time kind of stuff?
So far as I know, it's gonna be on Monday at 9:00. If
Okay,
that
and that-
changes, I'll
Same
let
bat
9
time,
p-
same bat channel.
That's
That is-
central?
that's Eastern time for me.
Okay. Yeah, that
Yeah,
should be
yeah.
doable.
Shit.
All right.
That-
So, if that changes, I'll let everyone know. But so far, that's what I'm shooting for. Next Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern time, we'll be talking about Ghibli films,
It sounds
and I have other stuff in the works for the channel. That I'm still planning on. Hopefully, I will get that started soon. So please keep an eye out for that. Also, please follow these channels as well. All right, let me put these in the chat.
Hey, Stefan, you want to hang out?
Sure.
Like
Yeah, I'll hang out with you for a bit as well.
her. I just want to make sure as soon as you hit end, everybody didn't just scatter to the four winds. I'm be like, fuck.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
I'll always wait for a few seconds at least of backstage for sure.
Well, I didn't know, so I figured it'd be sensible to say something now before it was too
That's
late.
right. My drill sergeant always told me the only stupid question is the one you forgot to ask, you idiot.
I thought your drill sergeant would have asked you, "What are you doing here?"
He might be hanging out with us. Who knows?
Yeah,
Okay.
Some drill sergeants are fun to be around. I mean, not
Also-
all of them
Indeed.
flock, but
Also, please follow my gaming channel.
Yes.
I
Yes.
play games over there, like Elder Scrolls Online. Currently, I'm playing Agatha Christie, the ABC Murders.
that sounds
You
fun.
know,
I think I will check that
mhm.
out. I don't even like video games. I want to check it out.
It's a good looking game. It's a like all 2D kind of style looking
Oh,
animation.
I
It's
love the
great.
sound of it. I feel excited and giddy.
Also, check out my gaming Twitter profile. That's where I'll post updates when I'm gaming. So please also follow me on that as well. And with that, we're gonna go over to Jedi Bills. He's gonna start his live stream in about 28 minutes. So hopefully we'll see you guys over there. And we'll see you guys soon. Have a good
Love
night,
you.
everybody.
Love
Night,
you,
everybody.
Bruce.
morning.